24K, big facts only. On your bitch ass. Cry me a river so I can float the boat. I don't need a bridge, I need an open coast. But lose when I dock, I let the focus go. We made it here, ain't no need to rope a dope. Hater had to fight those years. Tears in all them lonely roads, it's over now. Smiles the only faces that we stuck with. Living like a god, cause God said it give me comfort. Talking to the squad about building up our living structures to change the way the masses view the classes they all stuck in. Give coverage to the families in the struggle. We was once them, above them, never. Better because them. Understand black elite forever. Gon' plug in. Absent to make it, concentrating on our funding. I'm sure that the end is always better than beginning. One step at a time, we gon' build our whole vision. Money ain't the ceiling, we gon' take care of the children. Life's a marathon and we gon' run it to the ending. Yeah, the end is always better than beginning. One step at a time, we gon' build our whole vision. Money ain't the ceiling, we gon' take care of the children. Life's a marathon and we gon' run it to the ending.
I just sure that never fall off. For this bag I can't call off. Tell me who to trust, cause it's demons on my call off. I just wanna live in abundance and be well off. Now chess pieces off of my board, cause they might tell off. Strategic moves, smell like success when I'm breezing through. We mapping moves, thinking about Jay, wish he was breathing too. Them oppositions along the road was always needed too. I had to look myself in the mirror, I've been defeated too, to see the vision, and I got clarity now. I was lost, but God, he hearing me now. Orchestrating all our steps, you hear that symphony sound. It's all specific, the mission, pray for my enemies now. The demons out, but all my angels
around. Always better than beginning.
And I'm
one
sure
step at a time, we gon' build our whole vision. Money ain't the ceiling, we gon' take care of the children. Life's a marathon and we gon' run it to the ending. Yeah, the end is always better than beginning. One step at a time, we gon' build our whole vision. Money ain't the ceiling, we gon' take care of the children. Life's a marathon.
It made me read book. I could read a book so quick. Like I could read 1,000 books in the fucking week.
You could do that?
Yeah, because I was like trained to read.
Damn, I mean, because of that they put you in special ed?
Well, in special ed they train you. It's
Read Youngin. Come on, man. Fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African. Hey, them niggas trash like some ooh. Try to get back to them slave hoes. Hey, hey, hey. Try to get back to them slave hoes. Hey, hey. Fucking slave narrative, they phony. I had this nigga named Toby and he owe me. When the flock crop and the stock drop on top, them niggas going. Sold to the bitter cotton pickers and my niggas. I'ma come down, feed them chitlins and them gizzards. Nigga, I'm the mister, I whip you, I kill you. In the big house, go down with your sister. Send it back to you, then I send for your mother. Y'all niggas look, I'ma work you like no other. Make you pick cotton till the sun come and touch you. Till your damn hands and feet and foot all bust up. Look me in my eyes, I'ma backhand the buck up. Nah. Shout out to Grandma Foo. Why your man came, she the one that sold you. My crew swam to the show and got you. Good shit, Jesus, man, that nigga came through. Hey, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African. Hey, them niggas trash like some ooh. Tryna get back to them slave hoes. Hey, tryna get back to them slave hoes. Fuck off it, fuck Glenn, fuck Jeffries, ayy. Fuck off it, fuck Ben, fuck Jeffries, ayy. Fuck off it, fuck Glenn, fuck Jeffries, ayy. Ayy. Play with this shit, dude. Big Izzy. Baby, yo, so. Peace, teeth, acrobatic. Fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African, fuck a Pan-African.
Salute. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. We do appreciate everybody in the building, man. It is your brother Aboriginal Power, and this is officially a Wake and Bake show, man. Go ahead and share the live stream, man. Tap in with the tap in. You already know the vibrations, man. We got another one. What has Pan-African did for the Black community? What has Pan-African did? What has Pan-Africans? You feel me? What has Pan-Africans did for the Black community over the last 100 years? You understand? We these are questions that we have to propose. These are questions that we got to entertain, because a lot of people are under the false illusion. A lot of people are under the false illusion that Pan-Africanism has been one of the best things since sliced bread. But under my development and research, Pan-Africanism has been one of the most detrimental and failed ideologies of the Black community. And I'm going to explain why. Shout out to Big Dog Philly OG. Shout out to Grow Sites Web Hosting. Shout out to Gable. Shout out to Poison Puppet. Shout out to Golf Street Studios. Shout out to Great Sun. Shout out to everybody that's listening in, man. Make sure y'all tap in with the tap in. Also, family, this channel is not monetized, so make sure you support the channel. Somebody said Pan-Africanism, you mean? No, what has Pan-Africans? The actual people, not the ideology, the actual people. Pan-Africanism is the ideology. It is the dichotomy of how their structuring understanding works. So no, I'm not talking about Pan-Africanism. I'm talking about Pan-Africans in general, you know. But either way, to each his own. But yeah, man, salute to everybody that's in the building, though. Salute to everybody that is in the building. Make sure y'all share the live stream. We are going to get right into it. We're going to try to lock in and get straight into this conversation because, you know, we've been hearing James Smalls over the course of some time kind of speak his ill will. And for some strange reason, we done seen him backtrack several different times as well. We done seen James Smalls go directly at some of the African communities based off of their continuance, their strides, their effort, and being in with us. You know, I've seen various different Pan-Africans go off on the actual African community due to the lack of support, the lack of guidance, and the lack of creativity. A lot of Pan-Africans in reality goes against the grain. They're not a part of the actual movement that we have, you know, and a lot of these people do understand that we do have indigenous roots. Now, whether or not they deny it or not, that's a whole different conversation. You know, and people like to explain this origin word, you know, especially as it pertains to our people. So yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all come on in and hit that like button. I need y'all to come on in and hit that like button. I do want to play a clip from James Smalls from just, I think it was 2 days ago. But before we get into that clip, I kind of want to give y'all the dichotomy of how a lot of these Pan-Africans usually change their narrative and switch up their words quite frequently. They switch up their words quite frequently. So let's get into this next clip I want to play. This is James Smalls from just a few years ago, if so. And then we're going to get into how James Smalls is speaking today. And I'm going to break down why the complete 180 degree of talking has changed. You know, he's done did a 180 on the expression that he's have felt. So shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all support the channel. Cash App information is in the chat. You know, like I said, you're not obligated to support the channel, but we definitely do appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. Double up on that like button, share the live stream. That's a huge form of supporting as well. Sharing the live stream on all your social media outlets is definitely a huge form of support as well. So make sure y'all do so. Shout out to everybody that is in the building that's rocking with The Real. Shout out to the real. Shout out to all my FBA, Aboriginal, American, Indian, Indigenous brothers and sisters. You already know the vibes. Let's get right into this next clip, though.
Keys on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow up just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Africans, you got the festival that be going on in Brooklyn, the band festival, the African festivals. Where's the Africans at? When we doing our rallies and our marches, where's the Africans at on your side? Talk to us really about that, man.
See, let me tell you something. We think slavery in America was something. Slavery in Africa is still in force. You talking about deaf, blind, and dumb. Don't confuse you because somebody got on some printed cloth that's printed in Holland or India that you're looking at an African cultural expression. That's not an African cultural expression. That cloth was printed in a European country and then sold to Africans. And they've accepted that as their cloth. You understand what I'm saying? Just that piece. Now, they do speak the language, but they know less about their history than you and I do. So you've got a deaf, blind, dumb, backwards person speaking an African language, coming from the African country, came here to be a parasite on their own people with no respect for themselves as humans.
So you hear James Smalls right here directly calling and speaking towards the African and how they're deaf, blind, and dumb. And why should anyone that's in their right mind even want to do any business with these people on any level? This is coming from James Smalls. Well, you fast forward to 2026, and we're hearing a whole different story. Let's get into that right now. Let's go. There you go.
All the time. And I think I need to just speak out on it. We are not African Americans. The word African is an acceptable word by close to 2 billion.
You already said we're not African American. I have to say I agree with that. I remotely agree with that. As an Aboriginal, Indigenous American, as the true American, as in Black American, we do not consider ourselves African. We do not do anything African. And I believe that is just one of the most constructed generic words that is directly implemented into taking away and stripping away your nationality, your true indigenous Aboriginal roots. The term African makes you non-descendable. If you don't know what that word is, look it up. Non-descendable. That's the word for today for you guys. All right.
Black people as a way to define themselves. 2 billion plus Black people accept the term African as their definition racially. It doesn't care where it started. And no one can point to where it started because it didn't start in Europe. And the only place you find the roots of the word Africa or the word African being used in any context is on the continent of Africa, going all the way back to ancient Kemet, going back to Ethiopia, to Sudan, and especially in Tunisia and Algeria. So people want to do their research. Do research. Don't listen to people who want to do little emotional trips because they can't figure out how to fight white America. So they're going to find an excuse to join them, or they're going to join some Indians that never existed. The Cherokee is just.
Now, look, he's throwing the shots at the Indians. He said Black people are going to join Indians that never existed. No, it ain't that we're joining Indians that were never existed. It's just like the same term, like African is a non-descendable term. There's indigenous terms that are non-descendable. And Europeans constructed these terms to call the indigenous peoples of this land. So it doesn't mean that we're trying to get and be Indians. We are, in fact, the true indigenous peoples of ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? There's something that's called juris secundum. This is a Latin phrase in legalese, juris secundum, which ultimately it means that whether you know you're an Indian or not doesn't change the fact that you are an Indian. In this particular case, whether you know you're Aboriginal, indigenous to the Americas or not, whether you have no clue or not, you're still that. And this is the way I perceive to look at a lot of these things. And I heard a lot of dumb people in this community It's mostly in the indigenous community, no offense. We'll start talking about, let's just say, Pan-Africans. We'll start talking about FBAs. And they'll be like, man, them ain't our people. Who is, first of all, an ideology doesn't change your ethnic roots. So that same Pan-African that's born in America, that same foundational Black American that's born in America, whether they acknowledge their Aboriginal, Indigenous, and American roots doesn't change the fact that they have those. You understand what I'm saying? Ideology doesn't change your blood type. It doesn't make you a separate people. Your perspective doesn't change who you are. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But anyways, man, we got to wake up our people, because a lot of our people we're gonna have different interpretations of narratives of history. But what we must be clear on is that our lineage, our bloodline goes back to the beginning of this nation and before this nation was even formed. See, that's the clear understanding. We are going to have change of whether what we identify, what we call ourselves. That has always been some type of small, minute crisis within our own grassroots confounds. But it is water on a duck's ass because it rolls right off. It's going to be understanding. You understand what I'm saying? And if you're not able to decipher, if you're not able to distinguish, if you don't have insight, or what we call reading between the lines, then y'all just need to shut the fuck up. This is raw and uncut this morning. I'm just letting y'all know it's raw and uncut. You just need to shut the fuck up and stop speaking on certain situations, because you're now muddying the water even more. Okay? Respectfully. All right. So let's keep it going. Let's see what he has to say. Let's keep it going.
There's one nation among hundreds of nations who occupied a very small geographical space. Most Black people during the 16th, 17th, 18th, 1900 never heard of a Cherokee until the white man decided to call all Native Americans from the East Coast Cherokee and stick them on a reservation in North Carolina. I've been up there once or twice to do our family reunion.
I was just at the Cherokee casinos. There are no niggas there. So what are you talking about, Negroes on the reservation, James Smalls? You don't do your family reunion nowhere near there because your fucking family is not there. I was just at Cherokee Casino, right off of Highway 129 in North Carolina on the border between Tennessee. Your people is not there. I was there. I walked around there for about an hour. I didn't see no Negroes. Did walk away with a little bit of Zaza. I did shop with the Native Americans. Don't judge me. I ran out of weed, so I needed to go shop. Don't judge me, okay? But I didn't see no niggas there. Hey, Cosmon, you see, you want to tell you the thing about it is, Cosmon, let me drop the link for anybody that want to come on. The thing about it is, Cosmon, we all come from a perspective that wasn't the perspective you is now. We were all wrapped up in an indoctrinated blanket. A lot of these people were get online and lie, because I don't got to lie. I don't lie to myself. I don't lie to you guys. They will get on here and lie and act like they always been Indian. They're always been Aboriginal. They always knew this. Yeah, you may have always been told this. You may have been told this at a very young age, but you didn't actively practice it. Your ideology wasn't indigenous. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of these people just be straight up capping and lying. And they don't like when I call it out, because I'm like Honest Abe. I'm like Honest Abe, brother. And I stand on transparency and accountability. That's why I say I can turn into big Pan-African power or big African power, because I was under the indoctrinated blanket just like all of us. You see what I'm saying, Cosmo? We all was up under a blanket of some sort. It's about, did you make it out from under, and did you realize, are you able to understand? Once you were able to make it from up out from under an indoctrinated blanket, you're able to meet people where they are. You're able to look at certain things and be like, damn, these people are still under the same blanket that once was affecting me. And I know that they don't understand that they up under it. So it takes someone that understands that to meet them where they are. A lot of these motherfuckers to see somebody that's where they used to be 10 years ago and be like, oh, fuck them. They not our people. Oh, no, we ain't rocking with them. Oh, no, no. First of all, you shouldn't be the one speaking. Second of all, shut the fuck up. Okay? That's just respectfully. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep it raw and this real raw perspectives right here. This is real raw perspectives right here. This real raw, authentic perspectives. A lot of people will just have failure mind states. They have failure mind states. You know? And I believe that James Smalls is one of them guys who falls in this particular category of failed ideology. You know, he's been pushing Pan-Africanism for some time now. And to be honest, when I asked a simple question, what has Pan-Africanism done for the so-called Black community? And what I mean by done, what have they done? What have they done mentally, educationally, economically, or politically? I give you 4 different aspects to answer. You can't name me anything that these people have done. It's been one of the most receptacle, largest failed ideologies that mankind has ever witnessed. It's a complete failed ideology. It's a complete failed ideology. And we're expected to look at it as some type of upliftment or as some type of encouragement, as if it's done anything remotely good for the family. It hasn't. There's no benefits in a failed ideology like Pan-Africanism. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it a buck, man. And a lot of these people think that this global diaspora conversation is as if it really has merit behind it. It doesn't have any merit behind it. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Shout out to everybody that is in the building. We do appreciate all the love and support. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But yeah, man, let's get back into some of this James Smalls, because James Smalls says some shit, man, and I know it just sounds so dumb. For someone to totally deny the Aboriginal presence and the Aboriginal history that is here, it's just absurd to me. It's absurd to me. I think it's very, very absurd, and that we can do better. When you look at the perspective of this global Aboriginality, there's no perspective that gets any better than that. There is no perspective that gets any better than the global Aboriginal perspective. First of all, us just acknowledging our Aboriginal indigenous lineage should be enough. You see what I'm saying? That should be enough alone. But no, people don't respect it. Well, I can't say that. People neglect it. Let me just say that. People neglect it. That's often what they do. That's often what they do. They'll neglect an entire perspective of one. And I don't know what that shit is about. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel. But James Smalls is too old to be talking like that. He's backtracking everything that he's once said. You hearing him saying we not Cherokees, we not Indians. Y'all hear that shit right now, right? This ain't the same way he always spoke. Y'all know he didn't always speak like this, right? He didn't always speak like this. He used to talk about his indigenous heritage. He used to talk about his indigenous roots. He used to talk about how his granddaddy once took him to the mounds. You understand what I'm saying? Once took his ancestors. He said his granddaddy or his father would take him to the mounds to visit his ancestors who was buried at their mounds for thousands of years. So for somebody to know their true indigenous heritage and then to totally deny it on another platform, absurd. Absurd. Do you understand? And when you listen to him, he tells you. He gonna keep telling you that these people were indigenous to the Americas. This is agent talking points. Matter of fact, he's talking about, oh, you're not no damn Indian, you're not Cherokee. You just heard him in the, this is from yesterday, less than 24 hours ago. He was saying, nigga, we ain't no Indians, we ain't no Cherokee. But listen to what he really say.
Woods and the farms where I grew up, that I found people rejected ownership of being here before the slave ship. They thought that was a cop-out on being African, especially as the 60s went on. And so I would say little about it.
Look, you think it's a cop-out saying that you're indigenous. You believe it's a cop-out claiming your indigenous lineage. So now you just deny it, overlook it, or ignore it. Black Ice is not trying to hit the link, Nami. He's not trying to hit the link. These guys is not going to hit the link. Did you know that Black Ice is officially one of the lead players in the NDA? He's one of the lead players in the NDA. Shout out to Black Ice the P. Black Ice the P is a National Dummies associated player. He's like LeBron James or something like that. He's like Kwame Leonard of the Dummies. Right?
People buried themselves in the woods of Oak Hill.
You feel what I'm saying, Cosmo?
Man, salute. You brought up a good point, Bap, and you love, light, balance out there to everybody.
Yeah, always,
man. You did what I'm talking
Peace,
about.
love, and light to you and the family, brother.
Hey, salute my boy Bap, man. But you brought up a good point that I had kind of forgot about. He used to be big on his American indigenous heritage.
Mm-hmm.
He used to say that, I think it was his pops showed him that he was American Indian. He used to say he went on tours. He went to the powwows. He was doing all this stuff going on, the mounds.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? I remember him saying all that.
As a matter of fact, for those that don't remember, let's get into a couple of these clips. We're going to resume this. Let's
down in South Carolina. I thought that was absolutely normal. It wasn't until I left the woods and the farms where I grew up that I found people rejected ownership of being here before the slave ship. They thought that was a cop-out. Woods and the farms where I themselves in mounds, at the different burial ground and mounds.
Niggas, same thing.
My grandfather used to take me to visit the different burial.
Indians, niggas, same thing.
My grandfather used to take me to visit the different burial ground and mounds because our people buried themselves in mounds in the woods of Oak Hill down in South Carolina. I thought that was absolutely normal. It wasn't until I left the woods and the farms where I grew up that I found people rejected ownership of being here before the slave ship. They thought that was a cop-out on being African, especially as the 60s went on. And so I would say little about it.
I know who I am.
I'm an African-American whose family was here, half of my family, before the slave ship came in. We were not straight-haired, no red-skin. I may be a little red, yes. But the white-skinned people that we're calling the red-skinned people who are Asiatics, they only got here 10,000 years or so ago.
What?
We've been here for at least the last 200,000 years, if not longer.
When he say that we've been here for 250,000 years or longer, that kills any out of Africa theory instantly. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear shit. And this is the same Aboriginal perspective that we've been laying the blueprint down to. See, the thing is an African or a Pan-African failure leads to what we will call an undeniable dichotomy, which is obviously the perspective and fork tongue that we're hearing from James Smalls. But yeah, man, shout out to Chief Jonesy and shout out to Black Ice, the motherfucking P, the number one nigga in the league. The dummy league, that is. Shout
out to the Black Liberation Army, man. Black power in the motherfucking building, man. What's going on, man?
Black power, man. Black power. I'm a real liberator too, brother.
What's going on? Everything good on y'all end, man? What the brother James Smalls? He done rubbed you the wrong way, ain't he?
Well, all Pan-Africans do. And so anytime I heard the last two Pan-Africans that's alive, it's only three of them. You got my boy Shabaka, who be in the chat, Umar Johnson, and Dr. James Smalls. And I think Seti is somewhere up under a rock, but he teeter-tots. But
you got to kind of throw Sarnetta in there too.
Sarnetta teeter-tots too. That nigga flip out. Matter of fact, y'all know Sarnetta will flip out on Africans in a heartbeat. He don't believe in that shit like that. Y'all didn't know that? Did y'all know that? Y'all think Sarnetta really believe in that African shit?
No, because, man, I remember he bugged out on them niggas. Y'all niggas ain't African. You don't know nothing about Africa. You ain't never been. You don't got no cultural practices, no heritage, no DNA. All you got is a lab estimate that says you African, but the science in your DNA profile doesn't detect African. So, yeah, Sarnetta bugged out on them niggas.
Yeah, Sarnetta got off on him. And like I said, he was just telling them straight up, I'm not African. We not African. Nigga, we don't look like African. We don't do no African shit. As a matter of fact, Africa is a baby language.
Yep, and Sarnetta pops is Cuban. His mom is near Shinnecock.
Yeah, Sarnetta was like, we ain't no fucking matter of fact. As a matter of fact, if y'all don't believe me, man, we can just play the clip right here. We can play the clip right now. Here we go. Let's go.
Let me deal with that. That's the problem. All y'all niggas running around thinking y'all African. Y'all don't know nothing about no fucking African. I'm not no fucking African. Number one. That's Sarnetta talking. That's Sarnetta. Yeah, this Sarnetta talking. I'm not no fucking. None of you niggas know nothing about Africa.
You already said this Sarnetta talking. See, I'm gonna play the full clip. I just want to let y'all know I got every clip of everybody and everything right now loaded up for everybody.
Huh?
Yeah, it's crazy, ain't it, Black Ice?
Man, listen. Go ahead.
I'm not no fucking African. Number one. That's Sarnetta talking. That's Sarnetta. Yeah, this Sarnetta talking. I'm not no fucking. None of you niggas know nothing about Africa.
My bad. Hold on.
Let me finish talking. Let me finish talking. Let me say
No. Everybody be quiet. Hold on. You know I'm the fucking African. Hold on.
Go ahead, Sarnetta. I want to hear you niggas know nothing about no African. Y'all can claim Africa all you want. Them niggas look at y'all like a piece of shit. So y'all keep on saying we African. What the fuck does that mean? Ain't no such thing as that. I'm African. We was here before.
They treated me just fine.
Let me finish. We were here before white Africans. Where all your scholars at? All your fucking scholars up there talking this African shit. We was here before Africa. That's a baby fucking language. All right? That shit is baby talk.
Oh, man.
So I'll play the
man, what's Sarnetta had smoked that day, man?
Man, Sarnetta been talking like this. So I got to play 10 more clips to show you how he been going off on these dumbass Africans? How they ain't been shit and how he don't fuck with them. I can go back and play you some more clips, brother. I mean, I got more in the chamber, bro. I got more in the chamber, bro.
He finished. Sonetta finished, man. That's all that sound like, a nigga that's finished, man.
Bro, I got more in the chamber, bro. These niggas do not appreciate Africa. They said Africans are blind, deaf, and dumb. We should not even be dealing with them. This is what James Small said. Not just Sonetta. Sonetta and James Small said this, brother.
Well, then, you got to explain this to me, Bap. Well, then, why he run over there to build a hotel?
Listen, man, he thought he was going to swindle and get on with some Africans, and guess what? Guess what?
They scammed.
They scammed this nigga. These niggas.
No, that hotel in Africa, there's like a connection of black folks from America that own that hotel over there.
A nigga that's in Ghana, that went to Ghana, that lives in Ghana, come back to Americans and said, don't do business with them. Don't fuck with them. They not your peoples. You got to listen to them, brother. You got to. You just listen. You just hold on. You just got to. When James Smalls go in on Africans after being in Africa, sometimes you just gotta listen. You know what I'm saying? He's speaking raw from the heart. As a matter of fact, listen to this.
You got the African Day Parade. You don't see the Africans. You got the festival that be going on in Brooklyn, the BAM festival, the African festivals. Where's the Africans at? When we doing our rallies and our marches, where's the Africans at on your side? Talk to us really about that, man.
See, let me tell you something. We think slavery in America was something. Slavery in Africa is still in force. You talking about deaf, blind, and dumb. Don't confuse you because somebody got on some printed cloth that's printed in Holland or India that you're looking at an African cultural expression. That's not an African cultural expression.
You see them Africans and they look clothes? That ain't even African clothes, nigga. You heard James Small say it out his own.
Blind and slavery in America was something. Slavery in Africa is still in force. You talking about deaf, blind, and dumb. Don't confuse you because somebody got on some printed cloth that's printed in Holland or India that you're looking at an African cultural expression. That's not an African cultural expression. That cloth was printed in a European country and then sold to Africans. And they've accepted that as their cloth. You understand what I'm saying? Just that piece. Now, they do speak the language, but they know less about their history than you and I do. So you've got a deaf, blind, dumb, backwards person speaking an African language, coming from the African country, came here to be a parasite on their own people with no respect for themselves as human beings. And then because they speak a language, try to make you play you off like they got something culturally that you don't have. The most culturally enforced African in the world is the African American. Most of the movements.
You hear that, Black Ice? The most culturally enforcing people is us, family. Not no fucking stinking African.
But look what I'm saying. But look, I feel like we the spearhead. I feel like we the spearhead to everything.
Hold on. I want you to
hold on. That's we got to deal with that. Cultural enforcement is stronger than the quote unquote law. If you're talking about natural, you know what I'm saying, order of things, so that cultural enforcement right there, that hits a little different. And well, in my spirit, listening to him say it, you know what I'm saying? You got
well studied. We well studied over here.
Well, not just that, because they got schools and shit over there. They got the Mali Empire, they got Senegal, they got all these schools that they supposed to be had, but they're deaf, blind, and dumb. They don't have no cultural connections. Even their cultural clothing come from somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? Even their cultural design and pattern come from somewhere else.
They speak a language trying to make you play.
He said they speak a language that don't even have any application outside of their own tribe. So what's the good of a fucking language that ain't good that's useless outside of your tribe? You feel me?
Came here to be a parasite on their own people with no respect for themselves.
Listen to what he said about that.
Less about their history than you and I do. So you've got a deaf, blind, dumb, backwards person speaking an African language, coming from the African country, came here to be a parasite on their own people with no respect for themselves as human beings. And then because they speak a language, try to make you play you off like they got something culturally that you don't have. The most culturally enforced African in the world is the African American. Most of the movements that have changed the world that allow all ethnic nations to profit has been our movement. And so we get peed on and played down because these people have
been the Aboriginal American movement, bro. He's abandoned it. So when someone goes from this to now saying the total opposite, you understand what I'm saying? You got the questioning, who are you getting funded by? CIA, boy, and I can.
Who are you associated with? Who are you associated with? What little divine?
Man, you know that man been teaching for about 60, 70 years, man. That nigga been hollering about black shit. You know what I'm saying? He just that shit with the Aboriginal shit. That's just a little sprinkle. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing. That's not taken away from the fight.
No,
you know what I'm saying? You are who you are. You know what I'm saying? You are who you are. But that black is just a banner. They ain't got to ride upon it. Just like niggas different blood. Different color. Different colors, niggas.
But one thing, Black Eyes, he's not talking about global blackness. He's talking about a global African diaspora. And so when we get into the actual dichotomy of that statement, when we go to places like the continent of Africa, you don't see African culture. You don't see African people. You don't see African food. You see nation food. You see tribal food.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so when you go there, you're going to see Nigerian food. You're going to see Moroccan food. You're going to see Ashanti culture. You're going to see Igbo culture. There's no African culture. So to put us with a generic theme and a generic blanket to try to pretty much wipe out and remove the actual true culture is just true works of the beast at hand. And I can prove to you that the whole ideology that we call Pan-Africanism today comes directly from the pale-skinned man.
Well, you gonna have a tough job on your hands, brother. I salute you if you can do that.
Guess what? This Sunday, I'm doing my Aboriginal Sunday class. I'm going to go in for 2 hours showing you document after document after document, going all the way back to 1890 and all the way up to 2026 to show how the white men have had their hands in creating the Pan-African ideology, the perspective, repatriation, later on funded by the CIA to indoctrinate niggas like us. You understand?
All of it.
And I'm going to show you that this Sunday with primary studies showing that they were funded by the CIA. You know, you're talking to one of the coldest researchers in the game, Black Eyes. I got the actual CIA debriefing documents, brother.
Why I ain't got them?
I guess because you ain't looking for them, right? But you come
you shitting me. You shitting me.
Sunday, I will give them to you personally. I will give you my entire power.
Hey, bad boy, you a motherfucker, boy.
Yeah, you come to the Sunday class, I give it to you personally, brother.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That shit there, it sounds good, brother. But you know, man, Tariq Nasheed, FBA, that shit,
bro,
that kind of sound like the
now,
police.
bro. Pay attention. Tariq Nasheed is following our lead now. He done updated his website to include indigenous. Stop with the Tariq Nasheed. That's our student. He just can't admit it. You gotta know the spell work.
Tariq, I love homie, and like every time I go on Tariq platform, whenever I do catch him at 3-4, which I never hardly do, he always shout me out, and he always bring me right up. He knows where a lot of this information. Shout out to brothers like Black Alpha. They've been tapping in, listening in my channel since 2021. So I've been seeing this Aboriginal perspective going along. But see, what it is a lot of people have to really do the research themselves. That's why I just give y'all all the sources I got. You look it up for yourself and you come back to me and see if you came up with the same conclusion. See, one thing when I do shit, I'm not biased, bro.
A lot of people got to unlearn what they were indoctrinated with also. You know what I mean?
That's one of the hardest parts, brother Cosmine. That's one of the hardest parts, bro. And as a young man, me doing this research such a long time, if I was came into this a little later, like in my 30s, instead of being on this in my 20s, I will still be talking bullshit because there will be shit that I've learned that I haven't figured out how to unlearn.
Learn.
You see what I'm saying? And so
And
once you
what-
figure out how to unlearn shit, the process of learning becomes easy. Once you learn something, once you learn to learn, you can go and do anything. You can be a motherfucking man.
and like
When you gonna learn to fight? When
And
you
this
gonna
is why,
learn to
check
fight,
this out.
nigga?
What I've been noticing in the last year,
Am I
with that,
learning?
you know what I'm saying? They've taught about whatever means, you know what I'm saying, for us to be more niggas, to be more emotional, and we're not emotional. So like
Well,
when we're trying to get them to now detach from an emotionally attached narrative as Pan-Africanism, that's a different psychological fight for niggas who aren't overly emotionally attached to shit by
Black Eyes,
nature. You know what I'm
and listen, Black Eyes, you make a good point. Fighting is a crucial aspect for liberation and revolution, right? But when you're fighting for the wrong cause, like Pan-Africanism has been doing for over 100 years now, you see that you're fighting the wrong cause, and it's becoming one of the most detrimental ideologies to Black people in America. So what we have to do is formulate a new understanding and a new truth and perspective, which is this global Aboriginal movement.
So what you telling? So what you telling? So
Hold
Bow,
on.
So
Black
Bow.
Eyes, I need you to listen
Okay,
to
go
this,
ahead,
because it's going to be the key to your liberation. We're fighting the narrative. You understand what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, we got to learn how to fight this narrative. You guys have been fighting against the ones who's been challenging the narrative. So you've been fighting your own people. So you can fight all you want, but when you're blind, you could be fighting the wrong people and doing the wrong thing. So what I want to ask for you, Black Eyes, who have you fought on behalf of your people?
I want to ask this before I say that. Are you telling the people, the listeners, the panel in the chat, to surrender while we're at war right now? Is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna answer your question, but the reason I say
Okay,
that,
and you saying what have I done?
that was my next question. That was my only question that I proposed to you. Yeah.
Every time a policy is presented my way, I become a policy enforcer.
But those policies,
when I go to work,
those policies doesn't supersede or exclusivity to just one ethnic group. So when you're fighting policy, you're fighting for everyone. I'm asking you, what have you done?
No. Hold on, brother. When we talk about policy, we got to also add in the skin color. That off top, your skin color is gonna get you what you call bigotry, discrimination, and all that shit gonna fall into the fold when it comes down to policy. Exposing the people. Hold on. Exposing the system. Exposing the system.
Hold on.
People inside of it.
Hold on, Black Eyes. You can't just. We're not going to let you do these blanket gaping arguments with no merit to it, right? You can't talk about a policy that's directly talking about skin tones and not give me the policy that you're talking about. Because I guarantee if you give me the policy, I'm going to go right to it and show where it uses a very interesting languages like people of color, minority groups. See, these are the language that is used in almost every one of these policies as they are fake allocated to being towards Black people. We know that they're not.
Hold on, Bap. When you working in these places, you have to understand. Hold on, Bap, and be aware. I'm not in these places, not just working. While driving, while shopping, while out in public, you have to understand that it's rules and regulations that these people have to follow by. You know what I'm saying? If they don't follow by these policies, you with your skin color, you being Black, just being Black in America, you can become rich and sue these motherfuckers, the corporation, just by you being Black.
Listen,
what?
Hold on.
It don't make no sense, but it makes perfect sense. You got to understand when you're fighting. I'm saying, as a Black man, you have to fight like that. You have to
you say you was fighting again?
in policy. You know what I'm saying?
Who you say you fought?
Hold on, y'all. I just want to talk to the family that's listening. This guy said a fucking nothing burger, right? That was a shit sandwich without the bread. First of all, license, driving, what the fuck are you talking about as it pertains to my question? And I'm gonna go back to my question because obviously you're not getting it, which is I think that's why you made the dummies list, bro. I'm asking you, what are you fighting for on behalf of your people, bro? It's simple. If you ask me that, I'm gonna answer it straight up. I'm going straight to the point. I'm not gonna beat around the bush and give these non-solenticals about nothing. Come on, Black Ice. What are you fighting for? What have you fought for your people, bro? We ain't talking about no policies that is applied to all people. We ain't talking about driving rules and regulations, which is applied to all people. Okay? See, that's what I'm saying. Crickets. So, like I said, man, Black Ice, you muted though. You gotta unmute yourself. Maybe he didn't know he was muted. Yeah, I think he's definitely muted.
Like I said, brother, shit, I'm fighting the system right now. An ongoing fight.
How? What are you fighting? How? What did you do? You just said
I got their I got a motherfuckers wrapped up in them policies. I've been showing it. I've been showing decorum and anti-racism. I got they motherfucking ass. I got a motherfucker by the balls. You know what I'm saying? Just by me being black. Hold on. Just by me being black, a motherfucker in gold in my mouth. Motherfuckers that discriminate against you, man. Just by you being black. See, that's why y'all trying to run away from that.
Black Eyes.
But I'm running into it.
Black Eyes, it's 2026. There are multi-millionaires and has been that are gold mouth, diamond mouth, gold chains, Cadillac driving, Kool-Aid sipping, fried chicken eating. You're not doing nothing no different, brother. This has been going on.
I'm saying, bro, that shit. Your parents, you know what your parents are? My parents always told me, don't tattoo in your face.
Hold on. My question to you is, you're saying you're fighting, but not telling me what you're fighting against. You're saying you got people by the balls with policy, but you ain't telling me how and who. You see what I'm saying? So these fake illusions of shadow boxing because you being black and proud is a way of fighting for your people. It's not. So in other words, you haven't did anything. You haven't
listen.
Fighting on behalf.
Listen to what I'm saying, brother. Just by you being black and showing up every day, I'll piss a white motherfucker off. And it'll make that motherfucker make huge mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Just by you being there and around him, he will make huge mistakes just because he hates you for being black.
Hey, I'm sorry, buddy, but you're not fighting anything. I'm sorry. But I want you to be able to. You maybe think you're fighting somebody because you're watching
yeah, all right.
And you in your room throwing punches while watching Kung Fu Panda, but in reality,
I bet your black ass. What? I bet you. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Now go ahead. You got a question?
You know when you step your black ass out that goddamn door, you strapping on that motherfucking seatbelt. And you riding with that music, right? You probably ain't even smoking in the car. You obeying the law.
Black Eyes. Let me
because you know.
Black Eyes. Let me just tell you something. If you go look at my TikTok, I've been in Philly all weekend. I was in Delaware. I was in Jersey. I was in New York. I have no license currently, and I smoked the entire ride. And I actually was pulled over. You know what I told them? Same thing I'm telling you. Okay. So listen. What I'm saying is, you guys are putting this fear-mongering tactic. Most Black Americans don't have
this nigga. Come on, Bap. You saying now? You saying I'm?
Let me finish, brother. Yeah, don't get emotional. A lot of you guys use these fear-mongering tactics. Oh, I bet you're gonna have your seatbelt on. That's for your own safety, right? Oh, I bet you're gonna turn your music down. Who the fuck listens to loud music all day, anyways? A fucking kid who's listening to big speakers in their trunk, some country Bama. Nobody does that. It's 2026. Nobody puts speakers in their phone. Okay, nobody does that. Nobody put rims on it. That's it's like you're still living in an old facade. You're still living in
filibustering, Bap.
early 2000, 1999 Black Power days, bro. Listen, Black people are growing. Black people are having a true understanding that we are the culture. We are the enterprise. We have something that's called cultural leverage. You know what I mean? We have something that's called cultural influence. And more importantly, in America, when it comes to an economic infrastructure, we have spending power. And that's ultimately leverage.
Well, when you gonna get off your knees, begging for a motherfucking a box to check that say Aboriginal or Indian on the goddamn thing?
Who did you say you was fighting, bro?
You know what I'm saying?
We didn't say. So now let me.
I'm fighting the corporation.
What corporation?
Don't worry about it. Like I said, a corporation.
Then listen. Don't.
So you fighting the black ones too?
Nah, I'm like I said, I'm in war with a motherfucker. I done put the policy on the motherfucker.
He is lying, y'all. He probably sued a nigga for biting his dog. And that's about it. You know, this nigga trying to.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Racism, hey, for real, bro. No count, bro. Racism exists, bro. And if you can catch it, brother, and learn how to goddamn work that shit by work your blackness, my nigga, you can get paid every time.
Nah, no bullshit. I see what you're saying.
That sound like
you fighting the system by putting a lawsuit out on your landlord for not fixing your AC this something. Listen, bro, you're bogus as hell for that. On my grandma. And so listen, what I'm saying is, brother, you Pan-Africans got to get up on your knees because it's an ideology that was directly created by the pale skin. We got an ideology that don't even want to be talked about, nor even nor is it even acknowledged by any European history. So what we're doing is rising up above you guys who's actually on your knees, and we're fighting against the people who's forcing you on your knees. And we're looking at you in your face saying, stand up, brother. You're not a slave. You are the true American. Stand up. And you're looking at me saying, no. See, you're the one that's defeated. You understand what I'm saying, Black Eye?
Why are you guarding the gates of America, brother, like a pit bull, angry pit bull? Don't want no immigrants to come in. Don't want nobody guarding the doors of a motherfucking continent, a place that ain't never ever fuck about you.
Can I answer that? Because America is my country. No other. Hold on. Let me answer your question. No other ethnic group in America has older records than us here in America. No other ethnic group can go to a burial site and point out their ancestors buried here longer than us. You understand what I'm saying? And so when we start talking about America as a whole, America belongs to the Negro. And so for us to gatekeep something that belongs to my grandmama, I'm gonna give it to you in a hood nigga analogy, just like this, Black Ice. My grandmama said everybody gotta go and we gotta clean house. Shit got a little dirty. It's dirty in the house. And my grandmama said, all company got to go. We got to clean up. You understand what I'm saying?
Street lights on.
No. Hell no, I don't understand. This ain't your motherfucking
song. And sometimes grandmama will allow people to stay only if they help and clean. But obviously, we see these people ain't even clean their own land. So we're not expecting them to clean our house. You understand what I'm saying? So grandmama telling us to tell them to get the fuck out of here, nigga. See, you listening to the white man. We listening to grandma, nigga.
Sound like, Val, to me, it sound like you jealous because the immigrants coming over here getting the crumbs that's falling off the motherfucking master table that you used to get.
I can't be jealous.
Nah, let me finish. Can I finish my spiel, brother? I know it hurt. I know it hurt. Look, they running from a dog that bit them. So they end up running over here and running to the same goddamn dog, biting our goddamn ass. And then we look at these motherfuckers and say, get out of here, god damn it. This our dog biting us. Come on, bro. What type of shit is this? This motherfucker is, bro, this is ridiculous. The rhetoric. You should be ashamed, brother. And I land my plane, man.
Yeah, so like I said, I can't be jealous of someone who abandons their culture, failed in their homeland, and totally usurps my culture and want to be like me. Brother, there's some places in the Eastern Hemisphere I don't know exist that is practicing my culture. We have cultural influence. This is called cultural leverage. Cultural leverage get people to do shit when they don't want to do it, but they're going to do it anyway. So this is why we got people like Tethers that don't like Black Americans, envious of Black Americans, but utilizes and act like Black Americans.
You don't like them either, Bow.
Hold on. I know I'm hurting. Calm down. Calm down. This gonna cut deep, brother.
We invented cancel culture. We will get you out of there.
It's gonna cut deep, brother. See, you gotta understand as a Negro in America, and I still look at you as an Aboriginal or FBA, just one that is a failed, butt broke, and defeated one. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't want our brothers and sisters to have that ideology that you got, because we're challenging the narrative. Us getting on code is us understanding that there is no other allies. This is our land. You understand me? Us delineating separates any foreigner from coming into our mix and co-opting our particular movements, because our struggles ain't they struggles. Our perspectives ain't they perspectives. And ultimately, our goals ain't their goals. And for a foreigner to come 6,000 miles away from their homeland and ask the white man to come here, they're going to do whatever they have to stay in this land. And if that's to step on you and your baby's necks, that's what they're going to do. And so in order for us to be able to protect the infrastructure and our own lineage and the future of our lineage, we must separate, or not just necessarily separate. We're going to have to specify on who we are specifically, so other people cannot tether on to our innovations and our inventions and ultimately our accomplishments. They want us to be some radically vague, translucent African with no real loose history, no real tribe, no real language. That is bogus bullshit. And so and what I'm trying to say, Black Ice, you are Aboriginal Indigenous American. Whether you
and
like
this is why delineation is key, Bap.
Yeah, this is why delineation.
Delineation is gonna lock everybody out, brother.
Bro, you sound sick. You sound scary as hell.
It's gonna lock
tap
our
dancing
brothers
for
and
foreigners, bro. You tap that nah. You just disrespecting your own people. You disrespecting your own people to tap dance for foreigners, which is not, bro. That shit. You make me want to throw the fuck up. You just lifted your skirt. You just lifted your skirt and shook your ass for foreigners, bro. Stop that shit, man. Stop, bro. Like, bro, stop, bro. No, bro, nah. That shit was nasty. What you just did up here, bro. That was disgusting, bro.
Period.
That was nasty, bro. You over here shake your ass for foreigners, bro.
Man,
come on, dog. Like that's sick as fuck,
bro.
I ain't even gonna lie though. Black.
I'm not guarding the gates for no America. I'm not standing at the door for America, brother. Fuck America.
You're not. No, you're not. You're bending over, spreading your pussy, and inviting them over. That's terroristic threats, brother.
No, brother. Brother, that's the house Negro mentality that you stressing.
Why you ain't leaving America yet? You said fuck America. When you leaving?
You right there.
You said fuck America. When you leaving? You said fuck America. When you leaving? When you leaving?
What you mean when I'm leaving? I ain't gotta go no goddamn where, nigga.
But you talking about fuck America though. But it's fuck America, right?
Donald Trump.
But it's fuck America, right?
Only niggas that's gonna get sent out here, nigga.
I don't give a motherfucker about what Donald Trump talking about. I'm talking to you now. I'm talking to you. When you gonna leave?
Yeah, I'm a descendant of a slave. Y'all niggas got to go.
Take your ass to Nigeria and say fuck Nigeria. Take your ass to Liberia and say fuck Liberia. Take your ass to China and say fuck China. Don't be staying in America. Y'all niggas be in America saying fuck America.
Hold on one at a time, y'all. But listen, let me just say that we were all caught up in this colonial system that we would make call slave, or this POW systems, being prisoners of war. Our people has never fled, and there's never been a time that we haven't fought, brother. So listen, Black Eyes, let me break something down to you about the human nature. There's two things that the human does when possessed or in front of adversity or pressure, right? It's either flight or fight. Obviously, we don't do the flight thing. We fight. We stay here. We deal with what we deal with. We figure out a solution. When there's a will, there's a way. Those are quotes that we live by as creed.
Them documents don't say that you stayed in one place, Bap.
You're shaking the ass for the ones who fled, brother. See,
Bap, them documents don't say y'all stayed in one place. It say y'all bounced around from county to county, state to state. Yes, y'all fled.
Brother, bouncing around and moving
in
our
your own land
moving our economic wealth, moving our economic wealth all throughout our counties and nations and possibly even states isn't fleeing. That's called
you a fucking liar. You're a liar.
No, I'm not a liar. You're just a little butt broken.
Yeah, he disingenuous. How the fuck you gonna compare me moving to another state to moving to another whole another landmass? Are you fucking weird, bro?
It was dangerous.
You fucking weird. Nah, you was a bitch for real. Nah, you was a bitch.
Hold on. He's just a butt broken little African. Listen, we're gonna explain it very simple. When we move to another county, that county is still operating under one government. So when we're talking about someone that's fleeing, they're fleeing a government that is oppressing them, right? They go to another government to seek sanction. This is what you shaking ass for those type of immigrants. My people moved around to where family members was, spreading their economics under that same government. So if a person from Tennessee hold on, stay still. Your butt broken. Calm down. I know you just unmuted the mic. Calm down. So for instance, if a person from Tennessee moved to Washington State, black guys, they're still under the same government. They're still under the same oppression. So if somebody from the South went up north, they wasn't avoiding and running. They were spreading the economic wealth. They were still under the same government, the same oppressions. How do you know that? Because there was rebellions and revolts in the north, just like there was in the South.
And they still go home and visit the South every year, every month. Unlike these fucking tellers, they come here and they never go back home. These motherfucking tellers, foreigners come here and never go back home for years. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga? What the fuck is you talking about, black guys?
And what they don't understand is
was up under different motherfucking nations. You know that they was up under different flags.
Went to family that they already had that was in the north.
Them family, it wasn't no family there. It wasn't no family there.
On that land too.
Man, it wasn't no family there, man. Stop it.
What are you talking about?
Black guys, are you stupid?
How do you think the people of Flint and Detroit are akin to the people?
You said I'm on national. You said I'm Kevin Durant of the National Diamond League. Shit, what you mean? Am I stupid? Hell yeah. What is black power shit? What is black power shit, nigga? You got me fucked up.
Scared to miss you.
I can't deal with this shit too. This nigga is really slow. He really slow. He really slow. That's why niggas like this is just retarded. They go on certain platforms and just talk nonsense with nonsensicalicals. These people don't have any accurate point. Y'all fleeing too when you move from one county to the next county. Are you slow? That's fleeing. You fled that county and went to that county. That's some of the slowest talking points I've ever heard, man. So when people don't understand when we talk about fleeing, we're talking about someone who's been oppressed by a particular government.
And
there is no different government up north when we go move.
And then they don't understand that a lot of our people was leaving for opportunities. They did deals with the government. The government came and bought their land. They gave them housing vouchers to go get land and housing in whole other areas.
And some
and
of them
jobs with it.
Some of us leaving because they had to put BTA on a couple pale skins.
Yeah, listen, I'm telling you, I got that in my family genealogy. It was my people made the paper. You did what I'm talking about for cutting.
A lot of our people put BTA to these people. We talking about unaliving cops and shit like that, and going on a run and shit like that.
Shit, I'm fighting a case right now for beating a cracker ass back in April.
See,
Nah, Black Ice, you're not saying anything smart, bro. Like I forgot you one of the top 10 hoopers in the dummy league. So nah, you ain't gonna say nothing smart. You gonna have to go get your daddy or something. Go get your master teacher, somebody you look up to have a good smart conversation about this. I'd rather talk to James Smalls like I did back in 2021. See, a lot of this Aboriginal conversation, when you're hearing James Smalls talk about that, a lot of that was provoked for me. I called in one day and had a nice conversation with James Smalls about the Aboriginal indigenous lineage. And like I said, he was singing that tune like, yeah, my granddaddy took me to the mounds 250. You know what I mean? That same rundown, but then turn around and say that there's no such thing as Black indigenous. That's made up. So we gotta prepare ourselves for the nonsense that James Smalls has been saying. Matter of fact, we're gonna get back into some more of this shit that he has been saying. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Thumb up the video, support the channel. This your brother Aboriginal Power, man. Let's get it.
He's on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. And the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Oh yeah, but yeah, before we get started though, man, let's run these likes up real quick. Put your boy in the algorithm. We got to get these likes up. Shout out to everybody listening in on Twitter. Shout out to everybody listening in on YouTube. Also, family, we ain't had nobody support the channel, man. Y'all know they tweaking with my channel. They denied me for monetization again last month. When I applied, I don't know what the hell going on. I went through my entire channel, scrubbed it clean, making sure there was no copyrights on nothing, no nothing. Took me about 22 days to go through my entire channel. That's about 2,500. I think it was 2,500 videos. Yeah, so they on bullshit with my channel. I'm probably just double back and create another channel and work off of that one here soon. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the building. But man, make sure y'all support the channel, man. Cash App information is in the chat. But yeah, man, let's get right back into listening to what old James Smalls had to say.
Union, because we have some of their blood, but my DNA only showed 3%. But we go up there anyway because some of them come down to our family reunion. But because I can take the 3%, what do I do to 20% Irish? Am I supposed to fly to Ireland, do an Irish family reunion? Or what do I do with the 87% African? I deny them because I have 3% Asiatic. I'm not going to call them Native American because no one is native to America. Asiatics, we call them.
See, this the dumb, hold on. This the dumb, see, this the dumb shit that I can't allow him to just constantly say. They'll say that there were Black people in Australia. There was original Black people in Europe. There was original Black people in Asia. There was original Black people in Africa. But one of the largest continents on the fucking planet, nobody originated from. This is the absolute nonsense that we got to avoid. This is absolute bullshit. He said, first of all, if you going back to 250,000 years, that's native. That's original.
Predate Africa theory.
Listen to man. He said there's no such thing. That's fake. But James Smalls wasn't just saying that not too long ago. Do y'all see what I'm saying? He wasn't just saying that not too long ago. When you listen to him talk about his ancestors right here, listen to this.
Yes, slave ship came and we were not rejected ownership of.
Yeah, Indians, niggas, same thing.
My grandfather used to take me to visit the different burial ground and mounds because our people buried themselves in mounds in the woods of Oak Hill down in South Carolina. I thought that was absolutely normal. It wasn't until I left the woods and the farms where I grew up that I found people reject.
So he been doing this.
Indians who came over 10,000 years ago, before our brothers and out of the Mongolian Asiatics, who we call Indians, who came over 10,000 years ago, before amalgamated to a great degree with a lot of the Mongolian Asiatics, who we call Indians, who came over 10,000 years ago, before our brothers and sisters who came on the ships came 400 years ago. But we're Africans, and we were Africans before we met the Asiatics. And they were Africans who were sailing from Africa, trading back and forth before Christopher
They
Columbus.
can't prove that. That's another lie that they just state with no proof.
He just double talks.
Right. From where did you come? What proof did you leave? What writing? Right? What text?
We've been here for at least the last 200,000 years, if not longer. And everybody in the world is admitting this now. This is not new news, years, if not longer. We've been here for at least the last 200,000 years, if not longer.
He just don't know he's just old and confused. He just said 5 different things in 30 seconds.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, that's Alzheimer's, man. Get him some help. Get OG some help. He getting out of pocket. He getting out of pocket. Shout out to my boy Don't Do It for being the first person to support the channel, man. Shout out to Don't Do It, and also shout out to the hold on, let me go to my Cash App to see exactly who this is. We gotta read this right quick. Hold on.
Damn, Taz said he dropped his indigenous flag because he wanted to fit in when he got to NYC. He did say he never knew that the indigenous wasn't black folk till he got up north and he learned that indoctrination.
Right.
He did admit that.
You listen. And he's sitting here talking crazy. That's what I'm saying. These niggas just be talking.
He said he's just lying. It's not Alzheimer's.
That nigga just be lying, man. That nigga
Alzheimer's.
That nigga got dementia.
Alzheimer's. You know that's how niggas say it too.
Yeah, it's really Alzheimer's, right? Yeah.
Be clear on that. That
we was calling it
economic enemy
Alzheimer's,
is
bro.
just that. And if you deal with your economic enemy like it's your friend, you're going to be the loser at the end of the day. Now, we raised the question of Pan-Africanism in this hemisphere. You know, we had the brothers from Trinidad, and then you had W.B. Du Bois, and we created this phenomena. But Africa has never created a Pan-African movement. You understand? Africa has never really supported a Pan-African movement. We had a couple of people in Nkrumah and Julius Nyerere and Mugabe, but most of Africa never gave a damn about a Pan-Africanism.
And they still don't.
Still don't.
And they still don't. Shout out to Nicole. Shout out to the sister Nicole for supporting the channel too. We do appreciate the love and support. Shout out to my sister Nicole. We do appreciate that.
Because
yeah, man, like I said, James Smalls, he just be contradicting everything that he be saying, man. Like you can't even take this nigga serious at this particular point. But let's finish listening to what he had to say, though.
The black folks who came here before them, or we couldn't have come here when this place was covered with ice, by the way. So we talking about the black folks who was in the Caribbean.
Bro, this wasn't no fucking place covered up with ice. There you go. He just confused. He need to stop watching people on YouTube. I think he been listening to Polite or something. Because he got a pocket. He talking about an ice age.
Does he even know when the last glacial maximum was?
It's still an ice age right now.
Now. Yeah, that's what I be talking about.
In Central South America, don't confuse them with some black folks in North America, because you can't provide any facts. Show some facts for them. Yes, we were here in North America. Yes, we had merged with that yellow Asiatic and produced a red-skinned man from the black and the Asiatic yellow marrying together. But let's stop being foolish. And then when you use a word, do the etymology of the word. Do the etymology of the word American. Do the etymology of the word African. Africa's a race. America's a place.
Cap.
Oh, shit, what he say?
Cap.
He tried to switch it up. He said, do your etymology on American and do your etymology on Africans. And then he said, America's a place and Africa's a race.
Nah, he flipped it. He flipped
thought
it.
he had a bar, nigga.
he tried to flip it. And listen, we do the entomology of America.
Right, that's what I was going to say. Go ahead.
And I'm glad that he said that, because guess what? Aboriginal power happens to always have that pulled up at all times for dummies, right? So let's read, right? In 1570s, originally one of the Aboriginal peoples discovered in the Western Hemisphere. It is of modern Latin from America. The original sense is now of Native American, the sense of a resident of North America, of European or originally British descent. An American. And an American. It's easy. It's not hard. It's the Aboriginal peoples.
Where Black Ice went? Where Black Ice went? That's some bullshit. How he tried to flip that, and then you just pull up the definition.
Oh no, we gonna get Black Ice out of here. He's slow, brother.
And
Bro, he's emotionally attached. He's emotionally attached, and he probably just stopped going to church.
Yeah, so he's still fighting.
If y'all notice, the etymology only went to Latin. What about the American etymology? America means land of the Great Spirit. They say it's rich soul in Spanish, but it's actually in the Paleo-Algonquin or Algic language is America, or land of the Great Spirit.
Yeah, to be honest, I like to have good conversations, brother Tayshawn, brother Jonesy, with opposition, because it allows me to get into my bag. A lot of the viewers can listen. They hear the combative conversations. They can utilize some of the talking points as well when they run across these same repeated, regurgitated talking points, right? But when you having a conversation with someone that's just obviously a retard, for the lack of argument, right? He's dumb, right? He's ignorant. It's kind of hard to really have those type of conversations. He's going to regurgitate a bunch of nothing burgers. Oh, nigga, it's a policy. I'm with the policies, and we got policies. I'm forcing the policies. What are you talking about? I'm fighting the policies. The policy. I don't know what.
Actually, he didn't even say he was fighting them. He said he was enforcing the policy. I'll be listening.
Yeah, he wild for that, man. He a wild dude. He's slow. Yeah, I know a nigga like him. He was slow, but he used to always have a fresh waves in his head. You know what I'm saying? He was addicted to, you know what I'm saying, brushing his hair. But he was slow though. You know what I'm saying? Had all the fresh J's, mama took care of. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to like 35. That's Black Ice. I know that nigga. Yeah, he's slow as hell. You gotta have somebody hold his hand to walk across the street slow. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't lying to you.
So we can come to a consensus that pretty much in totality, Pan-Africanism did not only not help the so-called nigga community in America, it was a harmful
adversarial force.
Right, ideology.
Man, listen, I'm gonna break down this Sunday. I want y'all to be in class. This is gonna be one of them bangers, man. This is gonna be a complete banger. Make sure y'all tap in class this Sunday. We're gonna be proving that this Pan-African movement and this whole Black Power struggle, you know what I'm saying, what evolved into was all funded by down there the CIA. Man.
Hey, and then Bab, check this out. We have some new developments that done hit the airways, but I don't think a lot of people caught it with the last series of events with Mr. Democratic Shield Three Finger, right? His next little appearance to the public scene and his little interwaves, he brought on the Aboriginal indigenous lady that was in jail, fam, over her land in Mississippi, on there explaining what's the perpetuity of what we call this land patent situation, Mr. Roly Poly. had no choice but to bring her to the forefront. Then I just checked out how he try to act like he done as a divine arm, but nigga, you're a Haitian, so you wouldn't know about land passes. Your family don't got none. Moving forward, he just brought it to the, you know what I'm saying, to the general public and the shit about what this exactly is based on her experience on being incarcerated behind what is ultimately hers from the 1700s. They got to deal with us.
Where that video at, though? Send it to me.
It's Rolling Mark. Got to be on his Unfiltered or something. It's the last video he just did it like yesterday. He's trying to get back in.
Send it to me, fam.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. See if you can send that to me. That'd be a good joint. That'll be a good joint to look into.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, it just dropped like yesterday, like I said, because he's been going through his little extortion little series, so he been kind of quiet. But I just noticed the next time he hit the scene, he didn't address none of that situation, but he brought this lady, like I said, with the
Yeah,
So
Roland been trying to sing a different language because he trying to get in with the grassroots. You feel what I'm saying? Since he got exposed for getting guerrilla Hebrew, that's what I'm gonna call that from now on. Since he got guerrilla Hebrew,
excuse me.
Oh,
yeah, and it's all on video and shit. And then everybody was talking about it. I think they was just going in on them, talking. Man, it's bad. It's bad. I don't even want to repeat what some of the shit I heard.
It's real bad.
Bad.
And bro, and then he got caught. Bro. It was so stupid. I'm laughing, bro.
They were talking about his genitalia. They were talking about his genitalia. He was in a cheetah print thong. All kinds of shit.
He suffers from Kalman syndrome. Roland Martin, he suffers from Kalman syndrome. I look it up. It is a Haitian.
I don't even know what Kalman syndrome is. I've never heard of it.
That's the low things that make them not hit puberty. That syndrome that causes them not to hit puberty. And most Africans that come on these panels have them low, no bass in their voice always, you know. Yeah. And Roland Martin does the same. He flips out and then spaz out on people and shit. So that's another symptom of Kalman syndrome, low testosterone, you know. And you run and just dance and then jig around and, you know.
In other words, he don't have no balls. That's fucked up.
I'm just going with it. I'm trying to justify things scientifically.
Man, listen, Glorilla Hebrew got plunged. Roland Martin got plunged. Why do these people keep getting caught, man? They keep getting caught getting plunged by women, bro. Like,
man, that's nefarious.
These niggas going after the most nefarious, uncynical way. Man, this shit is unearthly, bro.
Yeah, this is ungodly.
This is ungodly, bro. Like, this some shit, bro.
And then on top of that, you got these two ex-NBA player niggas. They are talking about they're declaring just for fucking sports purposes that they're women so they can enter the WNBA draft. These niggas are not transitioning. These are whole niggas just claiming.
You know why they doing that though? They really trolling.
Lying, man.
They really trolling why they doing that though. And I get why they trolling because it's like if you can identify,
No, they can't do that. Trump passed a law where they can't even play in no sports. They can't even be in the jail.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, that shit's already been passed. So
okay, but I'm just saying that's the antics that they're looking at. And some other nigga looking type. Somebody he doing the same thing for the purposes. That's what got me. I'm like, oh, this shit is about business.
I thought they were trolling Democrats for doing that. That's what I thought.
Wow. I don't get a lot of HDTV news though. You feel me? That ain't in my algorithm. You figured in with me?
I seen it on YouTube the other day. Enos Cantor, the dude that used to play for the Thunder.
Better watch our algorithm. Yeah, y'all gonna start seeing Sydney Star all on y'all shit. Y'all with some type of algorithms, gang.
And I heard some crazy stuff about anyway.
But yeah, that's diabolical for them niggas. And then it's crazy because the WNBA is actually coming up. It's more
Hold on 1 second, Chief. We got I think we got a a little Mexican in the chat. Let's see who this is. We got Miss Jazzy the Mexican. Do you want to come on, Miss Jazzy? Miss Jazzy, do you want to come on? You can come speak your mind, Miss Jazzy. I would like to hear what you got to say as a Mexican. I got a couple questions for you.
And she's saying nigga.
Like, how the fuck do y'all be stuffing them pinatas? I'll be curious.
I mean, do you know your Asian lineage? What part of Asia?
You know I'm
see what we know is what we know is if you're not indigenous to America, you came from somewhere else. And since your history is that you migrated from somewhere else, guess what? You can't ever be. You can't ever be an American. Don't matter if your family was here 5,000, 100,000. You can't be an American.
Guess what? That's why every time I run across one of these little Mexicans, you know what I'm saying, these little taco shovers, I should tell them what part of Asia. Do you know what part of Asia that you from? Because they don't be knowing where they really from. So they be like, huh? What do you mean? I'm not fucking Asian, dude.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, you is, Johnny Redcorn. Now you say you don't know what part of Asia you from. You feel me? Hey, I'm gonna run my papers as soon as you show me that you're a legal Mexican.
Right.
Because I will call
you
ICE
show
on
me you don't have Chino lineage.
Matter of fact, you getting blocked in the chat. You getting timed out. So now you ain't got no choice but to hit the link. So come on, come tell us what you feel. How you feel, you little Mexican.
I want to ask y'all a question about visas, man. Like, as far as like traveling abroad. Us as quote unquote Black Americans, right? Whenever we go ahead, my bad.
No, go ahead, my bad. I'm tripping. I was reading the chat. I was like, who the fuck is Abby Dude? I don't. He talking about Albie. He talking about Al Bay Day Bay 77. I think that's what he talking about.
I just want to ask, like, us as fellow quote unquote Black Americans, right? Whenever we get these passports and we go travel to these countries, we have a visa that's set for a set amount of days that we could be in those other countries, right? So if we go to these places and we overstay that visa, what happens to us? What's gonna happen?
If we overstay our
kind of depends on where you at.
Yeah, we going to jail. We getting deported. We getting locked up. They gonna get you.
So my question is, why is people like Black Ice, why are they mad that people here illegally are getting deported? Like it's illegal. Right. You overstayed your visa.
Yeah, dumbass. He okay with black people getting falsely accused for not even breaking the crime, but he gonna protect the niggas who actually committing the crime. That's illegal. See, these niggas be having these they think they revolutionaries, but they really butt broken little pawns. You feel what I'm saying?
But that shit is weird.
I really think he fighting for the cause. Nigga done kicked him in his ass and blindfolded him and put his ass up against the wall. You ain't fighting shit, dude.
Right. And it's the victim talk for me.
Yeah,
for real.
I don't get that. You know what I mean?
Be scared. Y'all better watch out.
You better watch out for that white man. It's the white man,
Cosmo. I told you he just stopped going to church services 2 weeks ago, bro.
Yeah, a lot of these people
the church probably shut down and he ain't a deacon no more. Like he talk like that.
Like I try to tell
don't you let the white man hear you talking like that, boy.
There's 3 different aspects on being a goddamn tether. You understand what I'm saying? There's 3 aspects on being a tether. You got the actual tether. You know what I'm saying? You got the tether sympathizer. You see what I'm saying? And you got the tether lover. A lot of these people, Black Ice is a tether sympathizer. And he probably laid up with some type of big back honky that he all snuggled up against. You know what I'm saying? I can tell these type of niggas. These 2 liberated ass niggas, man, they be all up in the mayonnaise, man. They be having mayonnaise on their elbow, man.
I believe it. That's what I'm starting to realize. The ones who cape for immigrants, They love immigrants. They be fucking them.
Yeah. Either you got to do business with them, best friends with them, chill with them, be all in their culture and shit. You laid up with them, or you actually got tethered blood. You got a granddaddy or uncle or auntie or family member, somebody in your family, direct lineage is an immigrant. I done just figured it out.
It's their blood that make them cake for it.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Sometimes these niggas have tethered blood. Some of these niggas just be straight up, you know what I'm saying? Tethered sympathizers. You feel me? Like they just love the immigrant, like Umar Johnson. He's not an immigrant, but he loves him. He's a sympathizer. It's levels to this tethering shit.
Like I don't get that. Like our people call each other out for selling food stamps, or when people was doing the PPP loans, niggas was snitching on niggas, but then them same niggas turn around, oh, don't deport the illegal immigrants. Bitch, they doing illegal shit. What the fuck? You told on your sister because she sold her food stamps though, right? That's crazy though.
Dang.
But you fighting the system. Come on, man.
You snitched on Lil Kiki for doing her for the last 8 months out of her. I'm out of her kitchen. You feel me?
Right.
Without a license.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
You punk bitch. But you gonna protect them immigrants. Yeah, that's what I call a yellow belly, sap sucking son of a bitch. You understand me? That's what we call them back home in Tennessee. You ain't nothing.
Really?
Ain't good shit. Can't help a tick that's down. You see what I'm saying?
Because I've been telling my people, I say, look, they come back out with new PPP loans. I say every black American need to do one. Fuck that shit. I mean, why the fuck not?
Yeah, I say do it too. But listen, man, we got Black Viking in the building. What's going on, Black Viking?
What's going on? This is Draco. I was just trolling with that
picture. I know exactly who it is.
What y'all know, man? Giving James Smalls at work.
Man, just listening to the stupidity or either the senile. I think he becoming senile.
Well, don't he get paid? He get paid for being a Pan-African though, right?
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, he probably did. He probably still do. You understand me? But they probably pay him in shillings. In medieval token.
I think like a hotel. You got like a hotel out there or some shit.
No, it failed. It's no longer. It's not around no more.
Damn. You want to address that? I guess in the chat, old girl is saying, "I can't wait for your ass to get walked too." I guess she thinks that niggas in America can get deported.
We're undeportable, Miss Methican. We have immunity in the most obvious power. And so as a Mexican and all your mamas and your iguelas and your little papadaritas and lapitas, you're going to get deported. You're going to get deported. Hasta la vista.
Hey, what's going on with a quick sidebar?
They don't even know how ignorant they expose themselves by even trying to claim that. But like, just because y'all's comprehension skills, y'all don't read.
And guess what? They always got some weird little fetish about us being harmed and deported to a mythical place in Africa that they wouldn't even know where to send us to, right? Like we're not going anywhere. So stop fantasizing about it. It's weird.
Right. Bro. That's what I've been looking at on the backside. Like, what is in the back of their mind that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's actually funny. That's why the shit get comical. The truth gets so clear that anybody trying to act or trying to justify, trying to find something to the contrary, you look like you have a mental illness. That's why Trump opened up them insane asylums. So y'all keep on. It's on record, and they're watching. So you ones that definitely are detached from actual reality, they have a place for you. It might not be deportation, but it might be a camp.
Let me address this Methican right quick. Hold on. Let me talk to her. Right she said all FBAs ain't nothing but bitches with that nigga shit hiding behind Esau.
Oh, there it goes.
Mexican. Did
You
somebody
just
wet
told
your
on
tamale?
yourself.
Did somebody dry your tamale? Somebody dried your tamale. Listen, go sit down, baby girl. You're so you're not your little insults is not insulting. You got to work on it. You got to go talk to your black go talk to your black iguela. You understand what I'm saying? Go talk to one of your big back ass torta aunties. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a torta. You know what I'm saying? This is a big torta on the screen. When we seeing this Mexican on her, she's a torta. If y'all don't know what a torta is, just look it up.
I would like for them to pull that paper party.
Right.
Let's see your genealogy.
Right. Now they talking about paperwork party, but before this, about take a DNA test. Now they talking about paperwork.
We don't see any of your people before 1865.
They gonna get humiliated with a paperwork party. It's over with.
It's right. And then we would like to see that blood quantum.
Yeah, I mean,
where it actually say what DNA sequence was actually found. I bet you it's because you straight to Asia.
I was just about to say that. No disrespect to them, but then most of them find out that they was Asian and shit. Like,
And when you go on to any niggas that did theirs, they ain't gonna find the actual African DNA that was tested and found by the science. Look, see, I don't never run from that DNA topic because they think we running from it. I tell them, okay, pull up your DNA test. Let's go to the science section because it's going to show you what the science actually found. You ain't gonna find one DNA marker.
Nothing.
Not one. You're gonna find them everywhere else, but you ain't gonna find them from Africa. And that's why your cousins who modernly living are are in America or Europe for the most part, and they still niggas, right? or like what they've been finding out on the DNA test, the test that they saying that they've been testing people in Africa for are tribes and groups of people that are only found in America. They just calling them Kunta Kinte, Hausa, whatever little tribe, Dinka, right? You
made a point earlier, Bap.
The genetic groups of people are 100% only found in America.
Is it an African in the
DNA estimates?
Man, I'm not
and you said something earlier about when you talked about the application of, you know what I'm saying, over there in Africa, all them various tribes and various languages, and that was a hit. If you can't apply your little language outside of where you at, that's I would have to submit that that's just a dialect amongst, you know what I'm saying, a little certain population. I wouldn't even really consider that a language. That would have to be just a dialect because you can only use it in your 2-3 blocks of y'all's neighborhood villages.
Man,
see, they think
these
it's hate. It's
they
not
be like,
hate.
you don't have a language, nigga. You don't have a language. You are under the white man tutelage, nigga.
And
you got a language. You got a little weak ass language that ain't even respected outside of your little shitty tribe. You absolutely right. When our culture is respected all around the world and we don't even go there.
Yeah, y'all dress like us right now.
What's the use of a language when you don't even have it respected? What's the use of a culture when nobody even reveres it?
Now, and on the flip side, I can hit you with the dose reverse. Our, you know what I'm saying, intercommunal, little dialects that we create, that by proxy also spreads around to the same whole world. You see what I'm saying? It's just about the influence of it all, family. So y'all just got to, I mean, we know that the truth hurts. Like, it's a real thing. We're living it right now. A lot of live of color. And I know this shit is strange, but the truth is a part of the strangeness. So I embrace the strangeness because that's a part of helping get the truth out. It's very strange. And see, that's why y'all have stranger danger to these facts.
I just wanted to say it's not hate, right? The reason for delineation is it shows you who has hate for you. So the fact that we're saying, hey, huddle up, niggas, nobody should be mad about that. And if you are mad about that, it is justification for delineation and proves you're mad. It's not us that's hating on y'all or listen, you don't have a culture that influences or has given us anything that we would be mad about.
But at the same time, for Cosmo, look at it like this: our culture is also, and their influence is also a threat.
I mean, listen, you dress like us. You talk like us, even with that hey, you speaking English. Stretched out vowels and stuff. Listen, you speaking modern English. And I bet you won't spell it. You can talk me to death, right? But we don't see your people before 1870, 1865. And when we do see them, right, it's in 1806, they coming over here signing up as indentures to fight against the niggas. Huh? Don't you always heard it took an Indian to catch an Indian? Well, who was trying to catch niggas? What Indian was doing that?
Me.
Huh? It's the Chinos. It's the Asians. And they worried about the Atlantic slave trade. What about that Pacific slave trade that cranked up in the 1800s? What happened to them people that came over here from Asia, from India, Southeast Asia? What is blackbirding? Look it up. Talk me to death. We don't see you niggas. Most of y'all was getting free from contracts in 1865. Huh? Talk me to death. Huh? If you was freeing niggas in 1865 and they got civil rights in 1865, why we have to turn around 100 years later and get them for the American Indians? Because it wasn't us they was freeing. There's a little small book y'all need to look up called The Hidden Cause Behind the Civil War. It was white slavery. It wasn't fighting to free you. They hate you today. It wasn't fighting to free you, nigga. What they did was twist the story around. What you're going to find out is your people was owning fucks. So, no, you ain't going to get no reparations for slavery, buddy. Nobody will. It was just business. You ain't going to get restitution for slavery. Ain't got nothing to do with the indigenous. Not for real. We was owning them. We was on the side of the South fighting. Who you think owned the plantation? Only reason your people was on the plantation is because they owned them.
You see, then that would justify the revolt situation. And y'all slowly infiltrating and taking over under a different or new alias, auspice, or character. And yeah.
It's just crazy that people don't read. They don't read. They're stuck in this 1989 to 96 time loop. Right? They don't advance the knowledge. They just don't read. And then when they do read, when you're watching them read, They don't read well.
No, they don't comprehend.
So that lends right to comprehension. Right, exactly. So if you don't read well, we understand you don't comprehend well, probably also.
By default, there is no in between. We can't make up a situation or scenario where those two couldn't. No, one day it's the duality of it all. Hell no, we're not gonna do that. You can't read by proxy and default. Y'all know them terms in the system. Your comprehension skills are lacking right there. We can't deal with the benefit of the doubt kind of thought concept anymore. Like no, like.
Mm-hmm. Just saying.
I mean, it was a nice try, fam. But at the same, we have with that acknowledgement, because that's where a lot of them like to try to place themselves. You know what I'm saying? But that's still lack of, you know what I'm saying, due diligence. Like, no, if you can't read, you definitely can't comprehend.
Right. You know what I mean? That's why they got this whole movement right now. If you notice. The conscious community is pushing not reading, and yet are saying be scientific.
And what I've come to also, like the thing lead back on the comprehension, see, they get stuck because they don't have critical thinking skills. Because with the application of comprehension, you're taking in information and also applying the information to things that you already know at the same time. So it's a compounding, building process that these people don't got the intellectual capacity to do, some of them. I've come to that acceptance. So my expectation is, you know what I'm saying, lowered for those type of folks. But I have to admit that their existence is necessary and crucial at the same time.
Yeah, you gotta realize that they there. You know what I mean? And this is what the whole Jabby Jab was about. Dumbing down the people. Right? It's a state of being. They're trying to put you in there. Of conciliatory. You dig what I'm talking about? You don't even know why you're agreeing. Why that level of rationalization? What you've noticed? Ask anybody about the people who took the jab.
My pops kind of coined this term before he passed. It's that process that you was just discussing. That's called auto deception, self hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
Auto deception, self hypnosis.
Yeah, and then it gets as simple as this. A lot of the people who took the shot report not hearing the voice anymore. That thing that y'all call your conscience, right? That thing that tell you don't do that, right? That's not in an audible voice, but yet you hear it, right? They are reporting not hearing that anymore.
Oh, wow.
Right? This was a grander scheme than even what most people thought. And this is why. Go ahead.
I said, that's where I come in. They don't hear that voice, they hear my voice.
No, they gonna hear the crack of this whip. Super dupe.
Peace to the panel, peace to the channel, man. Y'all boys up here cooking a little bit. I smell what y'all cooking.
Mm-hmm. My thing is, y'all listen, don't let nobody come to y'all with that fear talk, man. I've been noticing that too. You know what I mean? That's a big you do it's the white man, God.
Man, that's the defeated mindset. But that's why this Aboriginal perspective that some of the brothers like Chief Holiday, Tontinus Warren, Dane, me, and other brothers them put in.
Oh shit, that's what I meant to do. Val, I'm gonna hit you on the back streets, man. I need to holler at A1.
Okay,
get A1 on the show real quick, and then
man, all you gotta do is just yell at A1 in the chat. He'll pop up like it ain't shit.
My nigga, A1, holler at your boy, man. And I'm gonna get at you. And it's another A1.
No, it's only one A1.
It's only one A1.
There's only one God.
For sure.
There's only one God. Peace to God,
That's
man.
not peaceful. This is my dude right there. There you go, right there.
Man, what's up, my brother?
What's the word, Jelly Bird?
Hey, man, I'm just out here, man, moving and shaking. You know the shit.
Man, I'm gonna get you to come on the channel and share some of this aboriginal understanding you got.
Hey, you got a echo. You got a bad echo.
You talking to me?
Yes,
sir. You got a bad echo, big boy.
All right, hold on. Let me put my headphones. I got you on the Bluetooth. Hold up.
Okay. Shout out to A1 in the building.
Hey, Weez. But
just say his name.
Yeah. A1. I'm gonna get A1. I'm gonna get Bap. I'm gonna get Chief on, man. You did.
Yeah, I told y'all all y'all do is just say A1 name. He always in the chat. He pops up.
God. He said, "Speak of the God," and Poofy appear.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
It'd be like that.
One day I get those skills to be able to.
Did I manifest that shit?
Hey man, it be like that. I've seen so many people just say his name.
No, you mentioned Cosmo, you mentioned it. Bab gave you the formula. You implemented that formula in real time, and then we have manifestation. So that's how it actually went.
Hey, how I sound now? Can y'all hear me or I still got an echo?
Nah, you good.
Oh, all right, yeah. Get my number from AP, Cosmo.
Bet.
I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call both of y'all later, and we're gonna do it like that. And I'm gonna exchange numbers too, though. Yeah, for sure.
It's just gonna be a chop session. I'm gonna let you cook, though. You dig what I'm talking about? Because y'all do the same thing, but y'all got different ways of approaching it. And for on this side, you dig what I'm talking about? Cooking on that Aboriginal history line right up with what Owaspy is doing. You dig what I'm talking about? So to hear it from the people that is saying that it's supposed to be coming from, hits different.
Hey, right? You with us?
Yeah. You can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Smalls do this time?
Man, Smalls just saying shit, man. Just be making up shit, saying shit.
See, he trying to keep us closely connected. We don't want listen, my nigga. Right now, this shit is on by this shit is on trial by trial basis, my nigga. We ain't assuming everybody's our fucking brother. It's going along with that ridiculous Pan-African shit. And see, the thing is with the Pan-African thing, what it does is these people by default take credit for our accomplishments, man. They take credit for everything we did, man. You know, everything we do, they take credit for. Like even like the music. Oh, hip hop was created by Africans, right? This is the ridiculous shit that they be saying, right? Hip hop was created by Africans. Y'all still can hear me, right?
Right.
You.
Yeah. Yo, we can hear you, fam.
I don't think he can hear us.
Yeah, I don't think.
Nah, hip hop was created by some island people.
Say that again. You said hip hop was what?
Created by some island people.
How you figure?
Damn lie.
How you figure? Hip hop was created by some island people.
That's where it started at.
How it started? How did hip hop start by some island people?
Hey man, that's just they shit.
I know you talking out the side of your mouth, but you gotta respond a little faster, my nigga. Like, how was hip hop How was hip hop created by some island people? Please don't just say some shit without giving us an example. Give us an explanation, bro.
What's the rest of them niggas' name? I don't really know. I know that
none of them niggas created hip hop, my nigga. I don't know what you're doing at. I don't know what you're doing.
Who said Jamaican Islanders created hip hop? Who the hell said that?
Suspect, Superman.
Superman.
Super trolling. Don't play into his troll. He don't believe that shit. He trolling.
Yeah, but that's what I
do. When them niggas in the South, when the niggas in the South try to go up there and get down with them niggas in New York, they drew a line in the sand, say y'all country niggas and we ain't fucking with y'all.
Hold on, but that's bro. Hip hop was already around way before that. When you going back to the Black Spades, when you go back to DJ,
man, you talking about rap? That ain't hip hop.
When you go back to like rapping really. If you want to talk about hip hop is 4 elements, and it was started and it comes from way before foreigners get here.
Right.
You feel me? Fashion, graffiti, rapping, and I forget the other one. Shit, I forget the other element.
DJing.
That's exactly what it is. DJing.
Yeah,
Boom.
those is the 4 parts, but it stands on 5 elements. Hip hop stands on 5.
According to the God, Pimp C, y'all can have hip hop. Put y'all shit on one side, put our shit on the other side. See who sell the most. This Southern rap too.
No, we can't do that separation.
Yeah, but Southern rap is part of hip hop genre though. So what I'm saying is it's an element of it. So if we're gonna go to rap, we know rap is automatically indigenous and from America. Niggas been rapping since the 60s. You can go back to James Brown's song in 1968. He got a song called Let That Brother Rap. You see what I'm saying? Hell, the Great Payback, he's rapping in that bitch talking about rap.
That's James.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Islanders took
That's not the island though. That's not the island though.
Islanders took our culture and put their little spin on it and called it hip hop. Y'all
No. They didn't put their spin on nothing. What they did was they were playing the records at parties, DJing. You know what I'm saying? Like literally just playing the records of Curtis Mayfield, playing the records of James Brown, playing the records of these particular the Funkadelics and shit like that. And they were playing these beats at these break parties, and they would do them little intro. You know how James Brown got that 3-minute intro before you even hear a word? That's what they call the break. That's when people usually get the MC and get to talking they shit on the mic, motherfuckers dancing. That's where hip hop come from, man.
That's right. They never use no.
I can break this shit down, Super. I want this debate. I've been wanting this debate for a long time.
Look, he don't want to debate on that.
Yeah, y'all can have hip hop. Y'all can have it. It's y'all. But don't say that shit in everywhere. Cause we don't do hip hop.
Hip hop has elements though. Hip hop is fashion. Y'all got fashion down there. Y'all got graffiti down there. Y'all got DJs down there, and y'all rap down there.
We don't have graffiti down here. We don't do that shit. That's uncivilized. We don't do graffiti.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, y'all got graffiti down there. I've been to Houston. I've been to Texas. What I'm saying is, and another thing is, Super, you can't get around this. Y'all have fashion down there. Y'all have DJing down there. Y'all have rap down there. That is 4 elements of hip hop. Y'all have hip hop. The South is hip hop as well. You see what I'm saying? So, that's a fact. That's a 50 fact. I'll debate you on this. Super.
That shit was a trend for a little while. But after like a couple of years, niggas left that shit alone. We went back doing what we do.
I'll debate you on this. If you want to line this up, we can just end this right here.
I don't think y'all do anything different.
Y'all can have hip hop. That's y'all. That ain't ours.
I don't. I don't think you do
Who is
anything different.
ours? I mean, and who are you separating yourself
The
from?
South. The South.
Yeah, the South though, but see,
The
that's
South.
that sucker.
The South.
That's that sucker shit,
Texas.
y'all
Yeah,
niggas.
but
Oh,
listen.
let me say something.
Majority of the
Hold on.
people in the North come from the South. They got ancestry that come from the South. Some of the
Yeah, and
culture
they
that's
got
up north.
influenced by them islanders, and then they turned to Muslims, 5%ers, all that other shit that ain't American.
Your belief ain't got nothing to do with your
AP,
culture.
let me
Yeah,
say
he's
something to that without being. Can you hear me, AP?
yes, sir.
Let me say something without being interrupted, right? This is shit that a lot of niggas in the South do, that sucker ass nigga shit, right? By separating themselves from the motherfucking North. Look, I'm in the North and I never separated myself from
The South.
the West,
Fact.
the South, or the motherfucking East. I never separated myself. When
Facts.
NWA was out, I supported that. I supported a lot of California rappers. I supported a lot of Southern rappers, whether they come from Atlanta, Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, etc. Right? I supported Chicago rap, Detroit rap. You understand? And come back to the East. So that sucker shit y'all niggas do by trying to separate and keep on saying what the South did. Listen, my people from the South, but guess what? You ain't gonna. I'm in the North. You ain't gonna try to motherfucking shit on us. Period. You ain't
Right.
niggas is
Now,
not
so
gonna
listen,
try.
I don't like when people do that North and South shit anyways, neither, because the entire thing is never been it's never been a
It's disingenuous. It's
Tell the truth,
disingenuous
Bab.
too.
When
It's
niggas,
bro, it's
hold on. When
disingenuous.
niggas from the North, when niggas from the South try to collaborate with them niggas in New York, they say, get y'all country ass out of here. When niggas from the West try to
yeah,
go down there,
Look,
but listen though,
niggas from the North shit up. So
hold on,
they did the separation. No, they did the separation first.
hold on, A1, hold on, and that's not true. Hold on, that's not true. The New York, especially at certain particular times, it definitely embraced the South. Motherfuckers was going back and forth to Harlem, Brooklyn, New York, back when it was the metropolis for Black Americans all over. And what I'm saying is, Super, New York ain't the standard for up north. I know a lot of people in the South look at New York as the standard for up north. It's not. You got large cities in Jersey. You got Philadelphia, who was one of the largest cities in the United States as well, which is up north cities. And these are metropolises. And then a lot of these people have direct ties and roots from the South. A lot of the culture is still Southern culture. A lot of people, grandmas and ways and living is still Southern culture. It's a blend. And a lot of people from the North borrowed up North culture. And it's utilized by the industrial industry that we see down there too. So
y'all saying it's not a thing as New York bias. It's not a thing that New York claims.
Yeah, but New York ain't the standard. But listen, what I'm saying is New York ain't the standard for up north, though. Super. I'm not saying that they're in an overrun. I'm not saying.
Strictly hip hop. We're not talking about nothing else. Strictly hip hop.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, so I'm not talking. I'm not saying that New York ain't an overran place with foreigners who's going to have ultimately probably a biased perspective towards Americans in general, and directly the South, with it being the least segregated place from foreigners. So no, now what I'm saying is, yeah, I'm not saying that it is maybe a bias in New York, but not with every single person, because there still are Black people there. But what I'm saying is, New York is not the standard for up north. I just need that to be established, though, because a lot of people in the South use that frivolously, using New York as a template, when a lot of people in up north don't even respect New York culture. They kind of look at it corny a little bit. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about strictly hip hop, Bab. I'm not throwing nothing in.
Since I'm from the North, bro. Let me say that since I'm from the. Let me speak for the North. First of all, the niggas in New York that's doing that Southern shit are not from America. Most of them are immigrants who look like us. And you can't say, wait. The majority of Black people in New York are foundational Black Americans. It's more foundational Black Americans in New York in all 5 boroughs than it is immigrants. But what they do is a lot of immigrants speak on it, and you think that they foundational Black Americans. Okay?
They cosplay us. They cosplay us.
All this, right? New York.
Do the Aboriginal people in New York check them foreigners, or they just let them say what they want to say?
Man, they check foreigners all the damn time.
So why is it a New York?
Well, listen. The whole thing is the idea that New York,
but because of the parent African shit, everybody thinking everybody that look like them are them. See, that was the thing that had a lot of us like confused. You understand what I'm saying? Until now, well, not even to now, but I've been teaching this for at least 6-7 years myself about immigrants and how a lot of them try to be like us and everything. You know what I'm saying? You go to my video, I got a video about the Dominicans that I did back in 2015, 10 years ago. Or whatever.
But
and I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, I gotta bounce away for a second. A1 and Brother General, hold it down for me. I know young man. I'll be back in a second.
But nah, hey, Super, it ain't no disconnect. This is a lot of shit that I hear a lot of people from the South saying. My people, listen, my father from Georgia and Florida.
Mine too.
It ain't no disconnect. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody got no.
A1, I'm talking about strictly hip hop. All other shit, y'all can all day about. I'm talking about hip hop.
Hip hop is not no foreigner shit because guess what?
Right.
Who are they sampling? They're not sampling no Caribbean artists. They sampling all foundational Black American artists.
And then let's just hold on. Hey, let's just kill this idea that New York was. Hold on. Let's just kill the idea that New York was against Southern.
Earliest stages of hip hop.
New York was never against Southern rappers.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't sit up here and say, "Oh, hip hop itself" or whatever. Listen.
Yeah, that's cap. Because guess what? The whole idea that the South was hating on the North, or the North was hating on the South, is cap.
When in
America,
they do as the
cap. Because look, hold on, the first group, hold on, the first female group to ever be signed to a major label
was from South Carolina.
It's called The Sequence, and they from South Carolina.
Exactly.
A1 must can't hear. A1 must can't hear.
Speak the sequencer from South Carolina, Columbus, South Carolina.
Listen, this is in the beginning of hip hop.
Mic check.
That's back in 1979. It was signed to Sugar Hill, and they had to come to Jersey to record it. Most groups.
Mic check. Anybody on? Y'all niggas.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us, A1? Can you hear us?
And we had Nas doing songs. We had Nas doing songs with Outkast. We had Slick Rick doing songs with Outkast. We had Jay-Z doing songs with Underground Kings.
All the way down to Florida.
A1 can't hear.
And that goes from Canada all the way when you get into Maine, New Hampshire, fucking Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, and all the way down South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, and back up all the way around the Mississippi River up until Detroit and Chicago and Ohio and all them other places. So it was niggas everywhere. So we can't do this whole everybody came from the South. Every black person that
didn't come from the South
didn't come from the South. A lot of them are Shinnecock, Mahatak. You understand?
Narragansett
are the indigenous or aborigines that was in that region. Now I tell you like this, right? We all sync with the same shit, my nigga. All aborigines, whether you in the north or in the south, we all rock with the same shit, bro. We all rock with the same shit, bro.
No, we don't. We don't. That's not true.
We don't. What you mean? What you tell me?
Because niggas in the north took on a whole nother religion, a whole nother culture.
Where you at, Super? Where you at?
Texas. I'm in Texas.
Where? Okay, so guess what?
What religion y'all got that we ain't got in the North?
I was listening to
No. Let me say something. Go ahead, Abel.
Okay, I was listening to Ghetto Boys in '89.
88.
I was fucking with Scarface, Willie D, motherfucking Bushwick Bill in '89.
Yes.
You understand?
DLC. DLC from Texas too.
DLC.
Yup.
He's from Texas too.
I was fucking with that shit in '89. I was fucking with Eazy-E and them in '88. You know, around that same time.
87.
So it's like, yo, if we only like in the North,
87
we
for
only
me.
like up north rappers, then we would never fuck with no other rappers that came from no other state or no other area of the Americas. You understand? That's what I'm trying to tell you. So even like say for example, right? Like Dolph. I fuck with Dolph. Dolph is my man. You understand what I'm saying?
But hey, come on, bro. Keep it 1,000 wild. Y'all saying that them New York rappers didn't look down on nobody who wasn't from New York trying to rap.
Jay-Z
You may have individuals, but overall, hell no.
Y'all got it, man. Y'all not keeping it 100, man.
Jay-Z was fucking with Scarface. Nah, brother, you ain't gonna force me to.
Jay-Z did a lot of songs with Scarface. Jay-Z did songs with Underground Kings. Nas did songs with Outkast.
The niggas that do that.
Slick Rick did songs with Outkast.
They not foundational black Americans, my nigga. They're fucking tethered. So I don't know what you talking about. Nobody looked down at the fucking South. Like that, like, I don't know. And it be
I don't remember that.
Niggas be coming.
So y'all don't remember Andre 3000 at the award show. Y'all don't remember Pimp C saying what he said. Y'all remember that?
I told you, Pimp C was.
Yeah, I remember what he said, but he did a song with Jay-Z. Big Pimpin' was Underground Kings and Jay-Z.
Why would he say that?
Hold up. You think niggas like Nas, Jay-Z? I don't know what other rappers. If you talk about Biggie, you know Biggie was Jamaican. So I don't know what other rappers. I never heard Puffy say anything about no niggas from the South. I never heard Nas say nothing about no niggas from the South. Nas got albums and songs with motherfucking Scarface and all.
And even 50 signed artists from the
I don't know
South.
what you talking about. And you can't say because one idiot, one stupid motherfucker.
Hey, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. So cool.
My nigga, listen, my nigga, I don't know what you're reaching for, bro. I just told you what it is. You need to, if you got a song.
I'm not reaching for anything. I'm saying hip hop is young. Y'all can have it. We don't fuck with it. It ain't ours.
Okay, so what do you fuck with this? So tell me what
Southern rap tunes.
That's hip hop.
Well, rap.
It's hip hop. You can call it what you want to call it, but it's still hip hop.
Call it what y'all want to call it. I know what it really is.
My nigga,
Yes, hip hop.
You always coming up.
As somebody who's not an artist, we don't know what it is.
I just told you what it is, my nigga, and you still try to make it something that it's not, my nigga. I'm trying to bridge the gap.
Hey man, you're not keeping it 100, man. Y'all know that New York rappers, and y'all have a bias, and y'all don't think that anybody outside of New York can rap. Y'all know that, and if y'all keep denying that shit, then y'all not keeping it 100.
But listen, what you not understanding is every rapper from every city believe he the best.
I don't give a fuck.
Everybody on the West Coast believe West Coast rappers is the best. Everybody in Texas believe that the Texas rappers is the best.
So don't sit here.
You dig what I'm talking about? Everybody got their own regional biases. I don't mean it's true, and I don't make it not hip hop.
About me, they still my family. So at the end of the day, if you heard a few motherfuckers say some shit about certain people in the South, that's their opinion of it. They ain't everybody's opinion.
Exactly.
So you can't say that's not everybody's opinion.
But y'all denying that it happened. Y'all denying that it happened.
And then you can't blame us for record labels that didn't sign y'all that we didn't own.
I've never heard it, and I don't even listen to it. I
Listen. When
like
8 Ball
made
and
a,
MG came, 8
made
Ball
it like,
and MJG
niggas
came
in
out
New
hard,
York,
so
New
did
York
I.
rappers is better than niggas in
Two
the
to
South.
the
I
Head
never
by
said no
Cool G
shit like
Rap
that.
had
Everybody got their
MCs from
own,
everywhere.
like, everybody got their
And
own
that's G Rap. He had MCs from everywhere. The West
some
Coast,
niggas
down
in the North
south,
may do this,
New
some
York.
niggas in the South may do this. Everybody got their own spin that they add to it. You understand what I'm saying? I like really everything niggas wear in the South. I don't wear everything in the South. Everything niggas wear in New York, I don't wear in New York. Or I don't
Exactly.
vibe on
Hell
everything
no.
that niggas do in New York. To me, niggas in New York overdress. Niggas wear fitted hat with everything. I'm not that type of nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, even when it comes to certain trends of hip hop or rap, I don't vibe with all that shit, my nigga. Whether it's in the South, whether it's in the Midwest, whether it's in California. You know what I'm saying? I damn sure don't get along with all. I'm not really with that Dickies with suits and shit like that. I don't wear that shit no more. But I still, if a motherfucker got a nice vibe or a nice flow, I can rock with that shit.
I listen to who I like. That's it. No matter where they from, I listen to what I like.
Yeah, right. And the common mistake that he's making is that he's mixing up the culture, right, with rap.
I know you still there.
Hip hop and rap ain't even rap is a part of hip hop, right? But he's mixing
Part
up
of the culture.
hip hop,
Part
the
of the
culture, with one part of it. Rap. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I don't fuck around with my nigga. I fuck around with everybody, man. Look, we get on this motherfucking internet, and it ain't two people from the same area. Everybody all 6 of us that's on this live stream right now from all different parts. It ain't like, one nigga just from Tennessee, one nigga just from Louisiana, one nigga just from Cal. Everybody is from a different area. Every now and then, it might be people who come on here that may be from the same area, but ultimately everybody is from a different region.
Right.
Am I lying about that?
No. And we've been here from the beginning. That's the thing. We've been on every part of this continent. Ain't a part that we not from.
Hey, one,
I listen to MCs I like no matter where they from.
Hey, one, I think.
I like the music.
Hey, one, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Everybody else, can you hear everybody else?
No, I mean I can't. Look, I'm driving the truck, man, so I'm kind of moving around. But I can hear you. I can hear you. I can't hear everybody else though.
Okay, cool. Like y'all be talking over each other. That's all I'm saying.
Nigga, I'm from the East, my nigga. I fuck with everybody. I fuck with all my people from the North America. All my motherfucking people. And I don't sit there and pick and choose and say, this nigga from the South and this nigga from the North. I don't do that corny ass shit. Like I fuck with everybody.
Shit is corny.
I fuck with everybody. You understand what I'm saying? You.
I can hear you. Hey, one. So you saying that New York niggas don't have this certain attitude just because they from New York. Everybody else is less than.
No, we saying Texas niggas got the same thing.
I don't know. Some of them tethers maybe. A lot of them tethers don't know shit. They be popping that shit like, New York is the trend and all this, that, and the third. When they come into New York and they wear what foundational Black Americans wear, we don't follow no fucking foreigners and what they do. Them niggas follow us. You understand? They follow us. We don't follow their trends. These niggas come up here and they just pick up and piggyback off the shit that we already wearing. You understand what I'm saying? Michael Jordan ain't no goddamn foreigner or nothing. And I can't even say some foreigners have added shit to hip hop. I can't say that they did, but whether or not they created hip hop or whether they got a disdain for the South, I've never heard that myself. I've never heard that. I think a lot of people from the South is just, I don't know why would they be insensitive, or why would they feel the way they feel? But I've never heard no people really say, oh, anything about the South.
Come on, A1, man. You supposed to keep it 100.
I'm kidding, man.
So y'all saying that the New York niggas don't think the niggas down south is slow. Y'all never said that. That ain't no attitude.
My nigga, let me tell you something. Motherfucking, listen, Frank Lucas was from the fucking South, my nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Frank Lucas was from the South.
Frank
what's
Matthews.
The other nigga name? I can't think of his name right now.
Pee Wee Kirkland.
Well, Frank Lucas was from the South.
Lil Melvin.
You
From
heard
the
me?
South.
Frank Lucas was from the South.
The South, all of them. Grandmaster Cass.
Melly Mel too. His family from down south also.
Yeah, A1, when I be quiet, there's other people talking. You just can't hear them. So that's
I can't hear him. I can't hear nobody. I don't know why. But yeah. All them niggas, I don't do that southern shit. I don't rock with nobody who do that. So my father and them, they still got a heavy southern dialect. You know what I'm saying? So if you talking anything against like my people, that shit goes a long way. So I don't rock around with none of that goofy shit.
That shit goofy as hell. All my family from the south.
Yeah,
all
like
of them.
I'm not saying it.
Grandmothers.
My
I'm
family
not
from
saying
the
it
south.
ain't goofy. I'm saying it happened. When the new niggas had the hip hop shit going on, southern niggas try to go up there and collab, and them niggas said, "Get y'all country ass out of here." Y'all can't deny that.
But those are individuals though. Overall, I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
And those are the labels.
Like
The
I said, a lot of
labels
them motherfuckers who you think
weren't
is
signing them.
foundational, they
Well, you can't help what the labels do. The labels you can't help that.
And they don't
and we
even
didn't
have a
own the
right to
labels.
really be talking about anybody's culture because you coming in jumping in our culture. So I don't. I've like I said, I've never heard that. I've heard, you know, some people can't get with Southern rap. I can't. I'm from the South, nigga. We was rocking Master P, Ballad. We was listening to all that shit, my nigga. All that shit.
Hey, New York went ham on the whole Master P shit. I ain't even gonna lie.
And still listening to New York rappers.
Hey, New York was Master
So it wasn't like
P out.
niggas was just
I know when Master P first came out, that shit was played a whole lot.
Listening to that shit, nigga.
Make you go, oh, they played that shit out.
Hey, listen,
look,
the whole
you see,
fatigue
even,
stuff in New
like,
York
even
come out of
niggas
that
like
Master P
LL,
era.
right? When LL did that shit 4-3-2-1, right? He had Master P in it.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? He had Master P in it. So you can't sit up here and tell me the real New York rappers who got family ties down south. And like I said, some New York rappers, some New Yorkers are, like I said, Shinnecock, Montauk, Mahata. Now maybe they may have, some of them also have lineage and family ties that's from the South. But some of them never been down south. Some of them motherfuckers are strictly from New York State and from Massachusetts and from the Connecticut region. You understand?
Northern New York, Buffalo and stuff like that.
That still doesn't make it seem like, oh, we're gonna go against New York. Nah, nigga, I mean down south, like hell no. I'm not with that shit. Down south, like I said, down south is still my people, no matter where, whether you from fucking the West Coast all the way to the East Coast.
Hey, y'all see the African dude in the chat? He said they wasn't listening to no
Mike check.
Master P was whack. You cap. You lying. I was in New York in '96.
Make it go, that shit was played a whole lot. They played that shit a lot on Hot 97 and Power 105.1. They played that shit a lot. They played about it, make him say they a lot of Master, even that the whole No Limit 2, they played a lot of this shit.
All of it.
A1, you still alive. They just can't. You just can't hear them when they talk.
Funk Master Flex. Funk Master Flex played a lot of Southern hip hop. A lot of it.
Chief is from fucking Chicago and fucking Nevada. AP is from Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else that come up here. You know what I'm saying? Top Cat from Texas. Dane is from Virginia. You know what I'm saying? And all the other brothers and sisters that come up here. You know, Jackie Brown got a heavy Southern accent, but I love to hear Southern women speak. Like that, to me, that shit is like attractive. I love to hear a Southern woman, you know, or a Southern accent. Like for me, and I've been up in the North my whole entire life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I don't flow with that. And like I said, I don't rock with nobody who do that. Like when I came up in hip hop was universally, we say North America, right? Hip hop was universal. So it wasn't like it was certain, oh nah, we don't fuck with this or whatever. Everything that, you know, like I said, certain shit that niggas rock, I don't rock that shit. But as far as the music alone, I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with it.
I just have to like it. No matter where the artist's from, I just have to like it.
I don't know why the fuck I can't hear y'all. This shit is weird.
Yeah, they talking A1. I don't know why you can't hear them.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't, but that's that with that. Super. That's as far as that gonna go, because there'd be a lot of people from the South who, you know, whatever niggas, you can't lump us all into that one fucking pot and say that's everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking from where I'm at, and I'm speaking for the people. Like I said, I live in New Jersey, but I used to go to New York all the time. I used to be
I'm from Jersey too.
Every day at one point in time when I was hustling. So, at the end of the day, I've never heard none of these New York rappers go at any of these anybody from the South or Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Look, Kanye from fucking Chicago. I fuck with Kanye too. I fuck with Kanye.
That's what I said. When Snoop kicked the buildings over, why did Snoop kick the buildings over?
Man, listen, wherever his influence was to kick the buildings over, but when that Doggy Style came out, nigga, we was listening that deep cover shit with him and Dr. Dre. One nigga
And the Chronic.
on the undercover cop. Man, that shit
And
was
the
hard
Chronic.
than a motherfucker, my nigga. That beat, my nigga, we was rocking that shit hard. We was rocking that shit hard, nigga. Doggy Style.
Yeah, but this was at the Hip Hop Awards, and they were like, "Y'all don't fuck with the West Coast. Y'all don't love Snoop."
Nah, that was Suge Knight. That was Suge Knight bullshit, because I guarantee Snoop sold a lot of albums on the East
That was
Coast.
some shit the CIA created, my nigga. So they can make more money off of it. Ain't nobody individually. All this shit has been orchestrated, my nigga. Music itself has been hijacked.
You see how they was looking at him when he said that. When Suge said that, people looking at him like he was crazy.
All about uplifting each other and whatever, and trying to at least like a lot of even with hip hop in its earliest stages, right? Niggas was really spitting the motherfucking scriptures out and putting the information out there on what niggas don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? And what would happen if you engage in that lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? But now, if you really want to say something about it, look at how drill rap. Now, drill rap come from the South. Maine.
Drill rap come from Chicago.
Okay, come from Chicago, but now everybody's drilling. Everybody's drilling, nigga. No matter if you in Tennessee, no matter if you in Memphis, no matter if you in Mississippi, everybody's fucking drilling now. Everybody talking about how many ops and all this other goofy ass shit, my nigga. So we can't sit up here and say, nigga, like like all of this stuff all has something to do with our culture and the negative influences that it has towards the youth. So I listen to, like I said, I listen to mainly music that uplifts me. Sometimes, yeah, I get in my lower self. I be in the gym working out. I may listen to some, some hardcore, but that's where it stays at. You know what I'm saying? I got all types of music on my shit. It ain't just no New York rappers. I got all types. I got all types of shit on my what's the name? On my iTunes.
All I'm saying is, A1, when this shit, me and you around the same age, when this shit started, we was listening to all the shit coming out of New York, co-righteous teachers, all that shit. We was down with it. Then when we got on the rap scene and tried to go collab, the overall consensus was, y'all get y'all country ass out of here. Point blank period. And y'all can deny all y'all want to, but we was there. We was alive.
Yeah, I never heard like none of them. Like I said,
I get what Super saying. I get what Super saying, but what he don't
was country. Like if you listen to his accent, and niggas is fucking with Eazy-E.
Fact.
What are we talking about? Nigga fucking with Eazy-E heavy. Nigga love Eazy-E in the E.
We're not talking about the listeners. We're not talking about what you was listening to. We talking about the artists. When the artists from the South try to
super. As I listen, super, it sounded like what you trying to get us to all kind of agree with, bro. It sounds like it's more personal than anything. So it sounds like this particular situation that happened to like a cousin or a homeboy, and so it's like an anecdotal.
No, it's not personal. I'm just saying, Andre 3000, Snoop Dogg, Pimp C, all these niggas ain't come up with this on their own.
Well, they was beefing. I don't know. Listen, like I said, whatever.
Beefing. What was the beef about, Cosmo?
Nigga getting shot.
Say that again.
Come on, man. Y'all tripping. All right, y'all got it, man. Y'all right. I'm wrong. I'm gonna leave it alone.
So why did Jay-Z had?
What you think Pac was beefing about?
Why did Jay-Z have Pimp C and them and Big Pimpin'? And I liked it Pimp C verse. I think if I wasn't rapping, baby, I'd still be driving Mercedes coming through and switching daily.
What about Raekwon with Outkast?
Yo, what are we talking about here, my nigga? Ain't nobody say, oh man, let me. I'm a fast forward. I don't want to hear these country rappers. Let me go back to Jay-Z verse. No. Nigga fucking with all that shit, my nigga. Listen, if you FBA, you get with music all throughout North America, my nigga. Most of the gospel singers, most of the R&B.
I was saying, I was listening to all that shit.
Most of the R&B singers, Mickey Howard, and all these other women, Kyla Bell and them, they not from fucking New York. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, even when you listening to all, like most of our genre of music come from the South. R&B, rhythm and blues, that shit come from the fucking South, my nigga. That shit don't come from fucking just strictly from the North. You understand? So it's like, me personally, I can't get with that because like music to me is universal. I don't discriminate.
We was fucking with the South.
I hear something nice, I like it.
We was fucking with the South.
Like I said, I was listening to everything: Psychodrama, Chicago, New York, Atlanta, everything. I'm saying when the artists try to work with the artists in the
but you said I just gave you an example, Superman. I just gave you an example
Bro, I told you it's personal.
Nas got multiple songs with Scarface. You understand? Jay-Z, he got music with Scarface. He got music with a lot of Southern rappers. So I don't know what you talking about. If you talk about a certain...
All right. Well, let me answer this, A1. How many of them niggas in the North from New York was featured on any Southern albums? Niggas from the South was featured on their album, but did they come and get featured on the niggas in the South album?
A lot of them. Yeah. A lot of them.
Name one.
Listen, I can't tell you right now, right off the dome. I have to think of it.
Hold on. Right. With Outkast.
Bro, look. Nas is on some of Ludacris shit. Nas is on some of Scarface shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we talking about, like,
did some shit with...
I mean, what are we talking about here? Look, Rick Ross from Florida. Rick Ross got a lot of New York rappers and rappers just in general on his album. No, he don't. Jay-Z wasn't in every day I'm hustling. Hello?
Yeah.
Right? Jay-Z wasn't in every damn hustling. So, like, come on, bro. Like I said, man, Jeezy. Jay-Z is on Jeezy album. Nas is on Jeezy album. T.I. got niggas from the...
Yeah, he on Coming of Age with Memphis Bleak.
He had Puffy in them and Rubber Band Man and all that shit, my nigga. So
Before that, he on Coming of Age with Memphis Bleak, Memphis Bleak, and what's dog from Florida? From Slip and Slide. Trick Daddy. From Trick Daddy. Can you hear us? Yo, can you
Hey, what? Can you hear Cosmo or anybody else? Say something, Carl.
I can't even hit. Man, listen.
Can you hear me, bro?
Drop out and come back in. I don't know why the fuck this shit ain't, I don't know why the hell I can't hear y'all. But
that shit is crazy because I can hear everybody else on the
like I said, I listen to all music, my nigga. I don't discriminate, bro.
I'm just saying when
you hear Eazy-E and the Boys in the Hood, nigga, Eazy-E sounds southern than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He like,
I mean, Gucci Rap was one of my favorite rappers back in the day. I'm not denying that we was listening to all this shit.
The other day, I was listening to a brother from Mississippi, and he was talking about steady being Cool C. He was talking about steady being Cool C, and I was surprised. I'm like, wow. I said, damn, yeah. But that go to show you that even if you're in the South, you still is influenced by you're influenced by the North. And the North is influenced by the South and the Midwest. So that's the end of that. Yeah, you may have some ignorant motherfuckers, but then we have to check and see where the fuck these guys are from if these niggas are tethered. If you are American Aborigine, you gonna vibe. If you hear the good frequency and the nice flow, you gonna vibe with it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna vibe with it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah. It's like
you went all the way out for a second.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm down here by exit 7. Yes, I got bad reception. But I said, niggas put me on niggas like Gucci Man and all that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's still, look, you got Atlanta rappers who's beefing with Tennessee rappers. And not when I say beefing with them, they still, like, when Atlanta took over hip hop, right? They made it seem like only Atlanta was popping. So it's like this is like individual shit, man. Niggas in California, when they did it, it was the same shit. Niggas in the Midwest, when they did it, it was the same shit, right? Everybody trying to put themselves or put their people, you know what I'm saying, they trying to put their people on the map. So that's why people individually say, yeah, well, my people here, because everybody is not, everybody, despite the fact that we say this, we still hear certain areas who dominate the hip hop scenes, my nigga, and they going to say it. They going to definitely put put their people out there, and especially what region of North America that they from. They going to specify it. So that ain't nothing that we ain't never heard before, bro.
Man, y'all did what y'all did back in the day. Y'all want us to forget about it. The South shall right.
Yo, man, you keep on saying it like let that shit go, Super. I just told you what it is, man.
That nigga super trolling, man.
Look, let it go, my nigga. I ain't like I said. If I didn't fuck with the South, I would say fuck y'all niggas. I ain't got no, but why would I say fuck y'all niggas when y'all my people? That don't make no fucking sense. It makes no sense. So you think when A1 got on here and started talking about Aboriginal shit, I was just saying that shit for people in the East? That don't make no goddamn sense. Everybody I met, most of the people I met is from different regions. We got a few, we got brothers from New Jersey, brothers from New York, brothers from Philadelphia, Delaware, Virginia, Maryland, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Chicago, Detroit, St. Louis, fucking Hawk School from Detroit. He's from St. Louis. Hawk from St. Louis. So we have brothers up here from all different regions, my nigga.
The coldest producer came from Texas, Prairie, Texas, DJ Supreme. But anyway, why did Nas make a song that hip hop is dead? What's going on?
Because hip hop.
Because it was the change of an era.
You can hear me, Super?
Yeah, I can hear you. You just can't hear nobody else.
I mean, look, he probably was saying it from a point of view of like, hip hop itself, right? Hip hop was about fun, right? Hip hop was about fun, about having a good time. At that point in time, when he said that shit, that was when it was influenced. The gangster rap started to come into it, and all of this other shit started to come into it. So maybe that's what he meant by it. I don't know what he really meant by it. I don't know if he was saying that shit in regards to Southern rappers. I don't think that. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, hip hop, rap. Listen, look. Fuck hip hop. I'm talking about rap. Rap is rap. Rap is everything.
There you go.
Me personally, I've never really seen what the fucking difference of it was. Some niggas, oh, that's rap and that's hip hop. I don't know what the fuck they talking about by that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even understand it. Tell me what
it's just like when you just made a distinction between drill music, gangster rap, and hip hop. Gangster rap ain't hip hop. The niggas who made gangster rap said it ain't hip hop.
Look, fuck what they talking about. Rapping itself is rhyming, right? Rapping itself is rhyming. Like nigga, like yo, you ain't got no rap, or no, like when niggas like old school niggas back in the day, right? They be like, I'm rapping.
The culture that
or
produces
like
rap.
Them niggas who slick with the tongue, right? That's what rap is. Rap is basically rapping, rhyming. You know what I'm saying? So anything dealing with rhyming is dealing with rap. Now I don't know how they created hip hop and all separated and all this, that, and third. I don't get caught up in that. I look at hip hop as rap. I look at even drill music is rap. You know what I'm saying? On gangster, they call it gangster rap, right? But then gangster rap could be hip hop too. So the people who created that terminology didn't even understand what the fuck they were saying. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't. I don't think they understand the difference between both of them. You understand?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The place and the people that created hip hop wanted to isolate themselves and have their own genre of music and how they conducted themselves. They had 5 elements, right? There were 5 elements to hip hop.
I don't even go by that stupid 5 element shit. Because you know why? Because you figure break dancing ain't part of hip hop no more, and these is graffiti. But niggas still saying they doing hip hop. Where's them elements at? We know it's always going to be a DJ, and it's always going to be an MC, a microphone controller, right? It's always going to be somebody DJing it, making the beats, right? And it's always going to be somebody who's laying down the lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's rap. That's rap.
Yeah,
that's
rap. And that's why I say, like, even like all of these dances that people have created from niggas was doing the Pee Wee Herman, niggas was doing the Smurf, the WAP, you know what I'm saying? The fucking baseball bat. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was doing all that, the motherfucking limbo. You had niggas doing the limbo. You know how motherfuckers be sliding up under the stick and shit. You niggas was doing all this shit in hip hop. It wasn't just nobody doing no up rocking and then back spinning and head spinning and suicides. Like, no, that's some shit that they attached to it. How long did everybody could not break dance? So that shit wasn't gonna last very long. We talking about you put music on in the jam, right? Niggas had to have something that they can dance to, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, nah, I don't really know about them 5 elements. That's some bullshit. Even when I heard them say, oh yeah, hip hop is 5 elements. No, it's not. That's some shit y'all created, my nigga. Hip hop is a motherfucking beat and the nigga rapping to it. And if there's some niggas dancing, like look at Big Daddy Kane. Big Daddy Kane had his own dances. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't doing they wasn't really break dancing. They was doing their own dances. They had their shit choreographer, and they was doing their own dance style. As long as we always gonna be able to do our own dance, like nigga in there doing a 2-step to a beat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff is just really some petty ass shit, man. The niggas who even say, oh yeah, this is hip hop and this is rap. Nigga, I looked at it all the fucking same, yo. Yo MTV rap, right? So was hip hop not on Yo MTV rap? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there was a lot of other genres of rap too. Rap is the overall.
Even when you get into rap, right?
But you got gangster rap, drill rap.
Some people didn't like, you know, the crossover shit where niggas used to be singing and rapping, right?
Yeah, that's some southern shit. That's what we always did. They had the rap, the singing element, and then 50 Cent came with it later on in New York. But we was doing that shit in the introduction.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so, like, yo, you hear me?
I can still hear you, but everybody else fell off, I guess.
on right now. I'm in the back up here to have no reception. Hold on for a second.